My mic was muted. What's going on, everybody? Just give me a quick second here to get set up. I think everything is running good right now. Yeah, just give me 2 seconds. Just want to make sure my Twitch is up, and we're good to go. We're ready to rock. How's everybody doing? That's my bad for yesterday. I know, like, usually, or I mean, lately I've been pretty set up, but, yeah, yesterday, just priority stuff, you know, being an adult and having to, oh, there we go. Okay, cool. And having to set stuff up, for my girl's going away to Canada for about 2 weeks, so I had to take her yesterday. And, yeah, just, it was a lot of time in my day. And then also, I went snowboarding in the morning because I've been getting more into, I've been skiing all my life, so I think I talked about this the other day, too. I've been, like, skiing all my life, so, yeah, I'm just trying to get into something new as well. All right, there's that. There we go. Cool, okay, we're good. We're all good to go. And then just let me make sure this is working. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a little bit of a deeper dive into Outbreak. So we did talk a little bit on the stream before. We kind of watched a playthrough. There was not really like any commentary or anything on there. So yeah. I think what we're going to do today, access tool, okay, is kind of just focus on, I actually have the game, so we're going to play a little bit of it, talk a little bit into it. It takes extremely long of a time to really do every single character and get everybody's story done in it. So it's, yeah, I don't, let's just say this. So I have until the 29th, basically, right, to get, from now till Resident Evil 8. I need to get 4, I need to get 5, 6, 7, and 8. I got 5 games to knock out within the next 5 weeks. So basically, if I do end up getting these games knocked out, then we can go back and we can play Outbreak. My bad. All this is like jacked up right now on my thing. But yeah, either way, I'm going to do that. And I don't know why this is not working for me. There we go. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, so I basically need to get all these games knocked out. And yeah, so I'm trying to like go through everything right now just to kind of, we're going to talk about the games necessary, the games that don't take that much time because I'm going to be knocking out. Now, once I get free time, I'll go back. I'll go back to Outbreak. I'll also go back to Code Veronica, because Code Veronica is another one that I don't know if it's going to be meaningful for 9, but there's a chance that it will be. So tomorrow I'm going to be back on, and we're going to do basically the same thing we're doing today for Code Veronica. We're going to do a little bit of a deep dive into it, but I'm not going to sit there and, you know, bang out 11 hours of it just because I'm not going to be here for 11 hours on a stream. And I want to get to 4 by this weekend. This weekend, I'm probably going to try to knock out 4. So the faster I knock everything out, the faster I get to go back and kind of do all this stuff. So with that being said, we're going to go through basically the training, basically the first scenario of File 2. And then we're going to do a little bit of video watching from Ink Ribbon and a couple of other people on some videos, right? Just to get a little bit of a deeper dive into the characters and some of the lore in it. So we're not going to sit here for, you know, technically 24 hours of gameplay, of especially with me not knowing these because I've never played these before. So this is kind of like a deep dive for myself as well. I do know backstory between like Alyssa and maybe like another character or two, but like not everybody into it. So today, that's what we're doing. We're going to get prepared in whatever way we can from Outbreak for Resident Evil 9 for at least Alyssa's story. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, starting off with this. We're going to start playing this game. So let me mute this. Okay. And then I need to get this. Let me make sure this sounds good. Cool. Okay, cool. We are set up. All right. Again, this is a PS2 game, so it is like a little bit outdated. So forgive that. It's actually, yeah. So obviously the network settings, I don't have it set where I am playing on the servers. If you guys don't know, this is a online, basically co-op Resident Evil, right? And the servers were shut down in 2011, or I think before that. I think 2011 is when Japan shut their servers down, right? So this game servers has been down, but Will, what up, yo? My Pinot, bro. Dude, we gotta talk because I saw you didn't want me to buy that pillow. What's up, dude? Is there a reason why you don't want me to buy that pillow? Also, if you guys don't know, I have a pillow that was recommended to me by a good friend of mine while streaming the other day. He found this pillow from Leon, and we're having a poll to see if I should buy it or not. But either way, if you don't know, go to my Instagram, and it's up there. I think I'm going to buy it. Okay, so this game basically, yeah, servers shut down pretty long time ago. Pretty long time ago, and basically a whole group of people came together, right? And they put servers back online, and you can technically go and play with people right now, right? But I don't have anything set up where I can play with people, just because like I didn't have anybody like set up to play with or anything. I don't really want to bother people with like if I'm going to be taking my time through some of this. So we're gonna take our time. I'm gonna like kind of talk a little bit about the mechanics of the game, and then after that, we're gonna go and we're gonna watch some videos, and we're gonna do a little bit of a deeper dive because obviously there's different. We'll get into this. So from this screen, we obviously have you're going to have your character log where it's going to show you like all your information about, like the characters that you've played, basically the times that you've beaten levels, the amount of health. There's a lot of information, right? It's like super sick, right? I'll give you a lot of detail on this. By the way, before I even start this as well, the amount of like thought process and like mechanics that are in this game are just next level from what I thought it actually was. Because when I was younger, I always thought this was like some small little game that there was like nothing in it. It was literally just Resident Evil, and you played co-op with other people. But there's a lot to this, right? And I think we got lucky as well because we had this a good friend Funky came into the stream on Monday and was giving a rundown about a lot of things as well. And yeah, it's just, there's a lot that's in this game. You have a collection of basically, you can get different costumes. Like, for instance, I don't know if you can, no, so you basically get points. These points are earned and you can get costumes, right? From different people. So like Alyssa, right? I just bought this costume to show you guys. Like Alyssa's actual. No, I don't have points. Here, let's. Can I? Okay, so Alyssa's basic costume is like her in like a red suit, right, or like a maroon-looking suit. But you can buy costumes. You can basically change your outfit. Network play we are not going to do because obviously I'm not connected to anybody's network on this. If you begin a new game, save data for the scenario will be overwritten. Yeah. Let's do a new game. Okay. So we're going to go through the training just so we can talk a little bit about how this game actually works. We're going to stay focused on Alyssa just for now because we're going to dive deeper into her story later. She is the most important character. 4-9 coming up at the moment. There's possibility other characters from Outbreak step into 9, and I don't know. I just would rather focus on like at least somebody we know that's in there. But the reason why we're doing a deep dive after this into the characters is going to be because there's a possibility that they are linked up in some way. So we'll stick with Alyssa right now. And then we're just going to take 2 other characters with us. I don't think this really matters right now. It's just a training thing. Yoko, which is is a very interesting. My bad, I was skipping over because I already selected them. Yoko is a very interesting character as well. I'm gonna say if there's gonna be somebody else mentioned, Yoko, possibly Kevin, because Kevin also is kind of Kevin kind of runs away from me though the last time I was playing this. So, but we'll get into that as well because each character has people that they are friends with and people that they are not friends with, right? And depending on if you're friends with them or if you're not friends with them, well, they're going to interact with you a little bit differently during the game, which is, again, just a whole nother, that's just a one little baby layer of this game. Also, forgive the load times. We're obviously not playing on modern day PC speeds right now with what I'm playing on.
Thanks.
Okay, so couple of things. Okay, first of all, tank controls. Okay, tank controls. Personally, for myself, I hate them because I just don't. I mean, modern controls are just what we use today, right? Tank controls used to be the way that we were playing Resident Evil games, so it takes time to get used to again because it's not the same exact way of moving that it usually is. So, yeah. So, for me personally, getting back into it, I actually got Code Veronica again as well to replay that. And Code Veronica does not have modern controls. It's basically just a normal. You're walking and you have no choice of modern controls. It's just tank, right? Tank controls is all it is. Normally, I thought I'd be okay jumping back onto tank controls, but because everybody gets so addicted to, not addicted, but used to playing with modern controls, playing with tank controls it's not that fun, right? Unless you're used to it. Personally, I'm not used to it right now because I haven't played with tank controls in probably, I don't know, 15 years or something. But yeah, so this is the first training section, so we'll go through. I mean, this basically gives you a little bit of a rundown for each character. Most of it's the same, but then they'll give you a little bit of a rundown for each character in there as well. Training. This training ground scenario is meant to help you grow accustomed to the game's control scheme. Your goal is to make it from this room to the roof. Finish the assignments that waits there to clear this scenario. Caution. The buttons displayed in the tutorial reflected the default controls. Please be aware. Yeah, okay, we got that. Files. Useful information gained during the game is stored in a file. That's like any other Resident Evil game. Press the start button to open the status screen, R1 button or L1 button to get to file. That's just like a normal training. Training game contains in the background while you are checking okay, yeah, so this is something too. The game continues in the background while you are checking your files or status screen. Use caution when enemies are nearby or you are in a dangerous area. So basically, the one other part that's tricky about this situation is when I am in my status screen right here, in the game, in the background, the game's continuing to go, right? Is there an actual story with the multiplayer game? So there is in a sense, but there's not. We'll get into that after. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the training. I'm going to play scenario 1. And then we're going to go into a video that kind of explains a little bit more about this because it's definitely, there is a story in it in some way, but it's not like the main story is something that you're like, oh shit, this is a big addition to like the main like Resident Evil. So like, it's definitely, there's bits and pieces that play a part in it, but not the whole entire thing. Hold on 2 seconds. I just gotta fix this up. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So while we're in the screen, yeah, we can't. There's things happening around us, right? So there's a zombie behind me, which I'll also show in the first scenario. There's no way you can like. You're still alive. Like you're still. And so it kind of adds on to the whole effect of survival horror. But okay, controls also run, circle. Usually, especially with the remakes, triangle on a PS controller is usually how to open my menu. So you'll see me probably add a line in here. So when you hit triangle here, okay, we'll just your files. The other shitty part about this is there's a file here where you read it. Sometimes when you're in the middle of playing, you're just kind of like hitting X, right? To skip. Yeah, I just want to read it. But then it highlights no to start. So sometimes you'll kind of like bash on the X button to kind of get through it, and you end up having to read it later. Which is also kind of annoying. Is going in and out? Oh shit, really? Oh, I wonder why. Is this good? Can you hear me? Weird. I don't know why my mouth is on my mic. Here, let me try doing this. Okay. I just re-plugged back in. Maybe that solved the issue. Alright, so full name Alyssa Ashcroft. So this is the character that we are going to be seeing in Resident Evil 9. Also, this is Grace, who is one of the main characters, one of the main protagonists in Resident Evil 9. This is her mom, basically, right? So if you didn't play Outbreak and you saw like Resident Evil 9 and you saw Grace in the beginning of it and you heard it was Grace Ashcroft, you're probably like, if you never played Outbreak, you're probably like, I don't know who this character is, right? But everybody who played this game completely understands like who this sounds better. Okay, cool. Okay, so Alyssa Ashcroft, occupation, newspaper reporter working for the local paper, has helped to sedate her thirst for information. Strong-willed, she's not afraid to speak her mind. So basically all you find out in this, through notes and whatnot, you find a little bit more out, which we'll get into the video after this. But through notes, you basically find out, notes and special items, you find more about each character's story, right? So it's not like hey, here's a character, here's some cutscenes, here's some, all these little, like, lore bits in it. It's like, there is lore bits, but it's not that much. But you kind of piece stuff together by the end of the game by finding all of her files and special items. But, yeah. It's almost low-key, like, what's it called? Like, Dark Souls or, like, Elden Ring, where you find out lore through like files or like the weapons and the descriptions. It's almost low-key kind of like that, but not as in-depth as that. Special features: quick and more powerful than she looks. Alyssa's picking tool makes her an indispensable asset to the group. She is suited to both combat and exploration. So each character does have a special item, and each character does have a special move. We'll get into that as soon as I get back into there. So, personal item. She has a picking tool. Use this to open locked doors. So, basically... Oops. Whoa, that's loud. That's my alarm. Stand near a locked door and choose the lockpick from the item list. Hey, yo, what up, yo? Chillin', man. We're just, we're just going through Outbreak today. Not too much. 4 picks will be displayed. Choose one and use it with the use command. While in picking position, press the X button rapidly. Cancel with circle. To pick the lock, the time required differs depending on the pick being used, right? An extra item that she has, which is specifically for her, is, and this is every character has a specific extra item for them, right? She has this stun gun, right? It's like a taser. Basically, you have 5 charges for it. If you want to recharge it, then you can combine it with batteries and it will recharge. Just simple like that. Her action, special action, is a backstep. So basically when you're aiming, when you're like, something is coming at you, you can hit circle and she does this like quick backstep, which is nice for like dodging. And then she has another action, which is critical shot, right? And this is if you hold the R1 button, she changes positions. And, yo, what up, yo? And she changes positions, and basically you get this extra damage, right, for your shot. Kevin has something similar as well, but I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so I don't think she has a gun yet. Now, this is her special item, right? Her like main item. It's a stun gun. So again, there's 8 charges in it, and this is basically gonna stun lock a zombie. Good morning, brother. Good morning to you, dude. This is basically gonna stun lock a zombie. Good morning, brother. Good morning to you, dude. This is basically gonna stun lock a zombie. Good morning, brother. Good morning to you, dude. This is basically gonna stun lock a zombie. Good morning, brother. Good morning to you, dude. This is basically gonna stun lock a zombie. Good morning, brother. Good morning to you, dude. This is basically gonna stun lock a zombie. Good morning, brother. Good morning to you, dude. This is basically gonna stun lock a zombie. Good morning, brother. Good morning to you, dude. This is basically gonna stun lock a zombie. Good morning, brother. Good morning to you, dude. This is basically gonna stun lock a zombie. Good morning, brother. Good morning to you, dude. This is basically gonna stun lock a zombie. Good morning, brother. Good morning to you, dude. This is basically gonna stun lock a zombie. Good morning, brother. Good morning to you, dude. And basically, once this runs out, you can recharge it with a battery. But just being honest, I mean, once you get like weapons, like you're kind of just you're on the roll with that. The special item is this picking tool, right? Now, I'm be honest with you. Let's go do this. Oh no! I'll save this for scenario 1. The lock picking tool is just so iffy because like no matter what, you're gonna unlock a door, right? It just matters like which one you choose to do it faster or not. So like that's just mainly like her special stuff, right? And this is specifically just for Alyssa. Every character has their own things, and when we watch the video, we'll get a little bit deeper into the other scenarios of that. So what it's telling me to do right now is to find these files. I need to find 3 of them. And forgive me for my controlling right now because we are back on tank controls, and I am just not used to it. Playing manual, knowledge version, yeah, the status screen. Enemies and partners will continue to move even when this screen is open. If attacked, you will be returned to the normal screen. Damage. Examine your health with the EKG. Fine is green. This is normal Resident Evil stuff. We all know this stuff. Poison, we already know. Bleeding is something new. At least to me. I don't remember any other game having bleeding where I have to patch it up or something. Sometimes enemy attacks will leave you bleeding. In this state, your speed decreases and movement depletes health. Your EKG will read bleed in the in this state. So that's kind of, yeah. The way I start to think about this game is I feel like Capcom was like, hey, let's make like this mini RPG co-op game where, I mean, you're not really like, you know, leveling up, but you're set with specific skills in each, you know, person, each character. Almost like a hero game where like everybody has their own, you know, good things about them and the bad things about them. So there's pros and cons about every character. Virus gauge. This gauge, viewable from your status screen, measures your viral contamination. If it reaches 100, you will die. Meaning, I'll show you guys when we get to it, but there's going to be this bottom right-hand corner, this virus gauge, and basically, you have a certain amount of time to knock this out, right? You have a certain amount of time to get through your scenario, because this virus gauge is going to continue to fill up, right? Now, you can die from, like, one hits from people or just dying from enemies in general, but this virus gauge also adds this, like, ticking time bomb to you as well. You got crawling, so this is something else that's new from Resident Evil. When you are taking damage, you will hit the ground and begin to crawl. In this state, you're unable to attack or move from room to room. So, once you do get into this position, like, you will be down on the ground and you have to crawl. Your partner, one of the people that are playing with you, AI is usually good about this. They will come up and, like, grab you and pick you up and stuff and help you out. But, yeah, just another feature. When crawling, your rate of viral contamination increases in speed. To get back up, you must either use a recovery item or be helped to your feet by another player. That's what we just talked about. Maps, exact same thing as Resident Evil. Green rooms, red rooms, yellow rooms. So this is basically, you're going to see the doors on the map, and it's going to tell you the green rooms, you've been there, the red rooms, currently there. Yellow doors, you haven't checked yet. So you can kind of get like a very easy, you know, hands-on feel where you're at. Herbs are the same thing. You got green, blue, red, this normal Resident Evil stuff. Confirming partner status. You can take a look at the virus gauge and items of your partners. So you can also go into your partners. This also plays a little bit of a role about receiving and giving items, having people use items. So again, like there are people like Yoko who has a big inventory stash, and you can basically give her a bunch of stuff while you're running around to kind of keep her as like a bigger backpack. So yeah, so okay. Taking items from the dead. If you guys do see a dead partner or somebody's dead, you can walk up to them. You can hit your inventory screen, and then their items will pop up. You'll see it in this later on. Saving. We go through typewriters, so we don't need ink ribbons for this. Number of times each typewriter can be used is limited. Additionally, you will find that if you clear a scenario after having continued from a save, you will incur a clear point penalty. Cool. So basically, try not to save. Okay. Was that all the files? That might be it. No, I'm missing one somewhere. There it is. Right there. Okay. Status screen. We already talked about this. Enemies and partners will continue. Yeah. We already did this one. Okay. Task is cleared. So basically, this tutorial is basically going through what you got to do through your scenarios. Outside of puzzles, I mean, technically this is a puzzle in a way. Opening doors, you'll, encounter doors is the same Resident Evil stuff. Basically talking about keys. Some keys you're able to lockpick as Alyssa, or you can break them down. And then other doors you're going to obviously need a specific key for. We're going to use it. We're going to open the door. Hey, what up, yo? All tasks for this room cleared. Move on to the next room. So we're going into the next room. Again, this is just training, so these tasks are not really anything. All right. We're going up. Okay. File 2 features. Resident Evil Outbreak File 2 is loaded with special moves and controls not found in the first game. Action aiming by holding down the R1 button and L1 button. The player can walk while in attack mode using the directional button. So this is just controls that you gotta kind of get used to after a while. You are now able to pick up items on the ground while crawling, provided that the item is on the same level. New appeal. Sorry. Press this triangle button while holding the L2 button to issue an apology. This can be very useful when you have a slip-up and want to explain it was an honest mistake. Again, we're in the era of literally multiplayer is brand new to like where we're at in gaming. And with PS2 having its network connector having, being like brand new, they wanted to keep the toxicity of voice chat to like nothing. So there's no voice chat in this. You basically have a way of communicating people through emotes, right? Or through just voice dialogues that each character has. New ad-lib, map ad-lib. On the map screen, press square button during gameplay. Press triangle. Announce the name of the room in the center of the map. This information can be useful. So you can basically... That's actually pretty dope. I didn't even know that until just now, actually, rereading this. Adlib file comments. On the file screen, choose file from the status menu. You will comment on the current page you are viewing. You may just uncover some... Oh, that too. So adlib is just barf. No time to calm down. I've got the balls to handle this. Also, the adlibs are very... Pretty funny, actually. So... here's map. Okay, so yeah, if you ad-lib where you're at in the center of the map, it's basically going to tell you exactly your location. Now, this is probably useful when you're playing with people, or at least you need to know where the hell you're at. In a sense. Attention. AI partners. In single-player mode, the other characters will be controlled by AI. Your experience playing with the game will no doubt be different depending on the AI characters act. These AI partners are capable of all the moves that you are. They can move, attack, use items, talk, help, trade. They can also take damage and die. They're also kind of annoying sometimes, so forgive it if, it starts to be a little bit annoying. Okay, this is a lot. Okay, I already talked about AI partners. We can skip that. That's a lot of information to read. But everybody, the AI in this game, it's actually, it's pretty solid. I'm not going to lie. There are some times where, like, people like Kevin just go venturing off and you just can't find them. Sometimes they do some dumb stuff. Again, this is, like, AI in video games in the early 2000s. So it's, yeah. Shouldering up the injured. You can go to a partner, press X on the button to offer them support. Since the virus gauge builds faster while on the ground, it's a good idea to help them as soon as possible. Wait. One fresh made s'more wrapped in foil. One fresh made s'more wrapped in foil. What? Support an injured PC with your shoulder. Okay, yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Oh no. Okay, we can pick them up. Alisa. Offer some on my shoulder. Okay, there we go. I picked them up. Okay, task cleared. Getting items from AI partners. Okay, so this is just... You can also get items from partners. So once you're near somebody, we go into the menus, right? And you're like, hey, wait, what did it want me to do? This is just... Oh, it wanted me to get the crowbar, I think.
Hey,
So you ask for the crowbar. Hey. What was it? Oh, ask them to use the spray. Okay. So you can also ask them to use their item. So there's 2 right here. Ask to use, which is literally one connected word. At first, I was like, what the hell is ask to use? But it's ask to use. It's just, there's no spaces. Alisa. Yeah, so that's another funny thing is, yeah, I am actually playing right now. What up, Vertigos? Yeah, so in this game, so the first game, they said Alyssa, right? But in file 2, they pronounce it Alisa. And, I mean, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the first scenario, and then we're going to go and we're going to watch some videos on this to do a little bit of a deeper dive, because going through every single character, I don't have 24 hours of my day to go through, because it takes a long time to go through every single person. But they'll get into a little bit of an explanation of why they say Alisa in this game and Alyssa in the first game. It's kind of funny, actually. Request an iron pipe from her. Okay, so we go here. We're going to request. And then you can just pick up the pipe. It's nice. Backup socks. I want to keep warm. Kevin, what the hell are you talking about? Give the iron pipe to BC. And then you can obviously present the item to... and they'll take it. So there you go. And to be honest, I've played a little bit of this game so far just because I got it, and I was like, I might as well, prepare myself before going and streaming and literally going in open-minded. But the AI is pretty decent with all this stuff. The only thing I can say about the AI right now is, like, dude, they will leave me in the middle of a fight, and I'm like, dog, I got some, like, I'm in the middle of a fight dying, and y'all aren't doing shit. Funky, what up, yo? The reason that they say Lisa, one Alyssa is because... Yeah. I have a video. We're going to watch a video by, like, Inkribbon and another dude who talks a little bit about this. So they're going to give a lot of deeper lore into this. Listing things I want to keep warm under your hat. Oh. You don't want a pudding pack to be warm, dude. That's going to be kind of disgusting. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so let's get out of here. Oh, not this way. Attention. Opening doors. There are instances where you can open locked doors. Locked doors are fragile. Yes, you can either break them down, or with Alyssa, her special item is a lockpick, so we are able to use a lockpick. Now, the lockpick is very, it's very funny to use. I would too. Fuck the guy. So you got 4 keys right here. Now, depending on which key it is, it depends on how fast you're going to unlock a door. I mean, realistically, you can kind of use anyone, but it's just going to take a different amount of time. And then you just got to jiggle until it finally unlocks. And there you go. Now, playing like once before this, it's kind of like different, because some of them... I don't know. Some of them are going to take... It's kind of just pointless at that part. I found out any single one is going to give me... I mean, you're going to take your time switching to another one anyways. Me, who's Jim, but Yoko and Alyssa ditched... Oh, he's scared. Yo, you know what else is funny about digging a little bit deeper into this game? Jim is like the total opposite of what I thought he was going to be. He is literally like... He's a bitch. Master of unlocking. Yeah, in this game, Alyssa is. You're able to take salvage items from dead or zombified people. Okay, this is what... Yeah, so I was talking about this earlier. So we're going to go up to a dead person who's on the ground. Where you at, bro? Okay, he dead. So we go up to him, right? We're over his body. And then we can take his shit, which is nice. I mean, sorry to leave you hanging, but we're going to need this, so... Task cleared. He may be a bitch, but bro is straight demon when he's a lot of crits. I know, but voice lines and the way he acts, especially in cutscenes as well, dude, he is like, I thought he was like gonna be like, really like, they made him to look like this like really cool like dude, like edgy dude, and then dog, he's like, he's just scared of everything. Loading via status screen. Yeah, you can combine your firearms. So this is like Resident Evil stuff as well. Normal Resident Evil stuff. You can either way of loading. Okay, yeah, I got it. Pick up some ammo. So either we're going to load two ways. I mean, this is like normal Resident Evil stuff. We can either combine it this way, or we can equip our gun. We can aim. Oops, that's not going to work. Hey, come on. Does this work for this too? Or is it only... No, okay, cool. Want to know something funny? David and Jim in File 1 share the same voice actor. Jim and Mark share the same voice actor in File 2. Oh, really? Did not know that. All tasks for this area cleared. Move on to the next. Okay. We're almost at the end of the tutorial. Then we're going to play Scenario 1. And then we're going to watch some videos. Attention. So this is a different aspect of Resident Evil games, obviously. We're talking about crawling. When injured, crawling along the ground, both movements and attacks are severely limited. The virus gauges increase in speeds. And this is why you want to pick people up, too, because once the people are crawling on the ground, their virus gauge is going to fill faster. So you don't want them to be on the ground at all. So we're crawling to an item. We're going to pick it up. Use it. Okay, obviously we're crawling. There we go. Okay. All tasks for this area are clear. Move on to the next. Okay, let's pick this up. Because she's still dying. Also, I didn't realize this until last night either, but you can also be one-shotted from enemies in this game as well. So they're keeping that legacy alive from Resident Evil. I'm pretty sure I got grabbed through a roof, or not a roof, a window. Attention. Weapons and attacks. R1 button, R2 buttons to enter attack mode. Press the X button to attack. Continue past this point, we'll need to fight enemies. Yes, we are equipped. Destroy the enemy. Okay. Come on over. Oh wow, that was oh, he's dead. Training plate. Okay. Easy peasy. When I first tried File 2, I got snatched out of the window. Yeah. Dude, that's what I'm talking about. So, I played one of the scenarios last night. I forget what one I played. Oh, the RPD one. Because I was like, oh shit, they have RPD in this thing. Like, I did not know they were going to have that. And as soon as I went into one of the rooms, like, the zombie breaks out of the window, snatched me and just straight up killed me. Obviously, I didn't Alright, so we're going to do the first scenario.
Yes.
Definitely going to be main, because that's what we're going to be talking about a lot today. We'll do the other
Okay.
one. You know, let's do Jim.
Yeah.
I'm not going on that. Guys, forgive me, but my, like, tank control situation right now is... Oh, what the hell? What the hell's going on with my mic? Hold on. Yeah, watch this while I figure this out. This better? This sound better? Weird. I don't know what the hell's going on my mic. It's something weird happening. Because it was happening earlier, too. I gotta figure that out. Alright, cool. Elephant! There's zombie elephant, and there's zombie animals in this. I just turned my volume up a little bit. I don't know if that's gonna fix it, but... Now, also, depending on the scenario that you're picking and the players that you're picking... Okay, so I didn't pick Cindy, right? Cindy, she's in here right now. She's going to be an NPC in this, and there's, like, so many ways you can die in this game. From crows kill you off the ledge. Oh, well, that will one-shot you? Like, a crow will put you off the edge, and that's it? Like, you don't even have a chance to, like, save yourself? That's kind of fucked. I'd be pissed off if I was that far into the game when we watched File 1. And one of those goddamn crows. Okay. So yeah, so Cindy's here, right, as a NPC right now. But because I didn't pick her, you'll see what happens. Alright, give me some ammo. Give me a gun. Give me some health. Okay. Wait, what did it say something about? I ain't scared of you pussies. Yo, Jim is like low-key wild. So you can see when I'm in the status screen, everything is still moving. So there's like... Okay. Don't. Get away. Okay. I forgot. Yeah, so she has this... Where you see that little... Forgive me for doing this stuff right now. I'm just trying to show you guys. She has this, like, pot shot, right? Which is, like, it charges up. Let me just get him down. But, yeah, you can see the animation that changes for it. So she charges up, basically. You're going to do a little bit more damage with it. And this is only specific for her. And I'm pretty sure Kevin as well. Come on. So when you're hanging on the ledge, if the crows aren't taking out, they'll kamikaze towards you. Whoa, really? That's horrible. I think I'd love to fight a zombie in real life. I think I'd like to fight a zombie in real life, too. I think a lot of people would like to take it out on a real zombie. Just being honest. It's kind of giving you, like, the low-key, like, way of killing somebody. Okay, maybe it's just psychopath people. Evacuation order. To the citizens of Raccoon City, this is an important bulletin from the Raccoon City Police Department. Incidents of riots and looting are being reported around the city at an alarming frequency. We are doing all that we can to bring the city under control and quell the riots, but we recommend that citizens evacuate the area to ensure their safety. Yeah, Alyssa's pot shot does 2 times the damage. Yeah. Cool. Oh, he said a zombie giraffe? Oh, my bad. So you're not a psychopath. That's cool. Yeah, your giraffe was being blocked by the heart icon on my chat, actually, so I didn't see the giraffe part. Okay. Let's see this. A note. Joseph's notebook. I guess it's only natural to start forgetting things after having been a gatekeeper here for 20 years. Take that code to the back gate, and they'll change each month. For example, it's only 5 digits, but I still forget it. Joseph's notebook. I figure the best way is to just set the lock to the first 5 digits of serial number written on the back of it. That way, all I have to do is flip the lock over to read it. That might seem irresponsible, but I couldn't imagine anyone actually figuring out that combination is written right on the lock. The problem is whether or not I'll remember. God, I'm getting old. Jesus Christ. Yo, Funky, so when you're playing different, something that I didn't like figure out is when you're playing like hard or easy, does it like also easy up the puzzles for you, or the puzzles just that easy no matter what? Also, we gotta do some lock picking. Okay, so you can see it says the lock looks frigid, so you're able to either lock pick this or you can bust through the door. So as Alyssa, we're gonna lock pick. You can hear jiggling. It'll be the same, but the layout would be different. Okay, gotcha. There we go. Yeah, because the puzzles are just very basic in this. I will say that. Alright, we gotta get these over here. Yo, the other thing is, like, where's Jim right now? Like, is there a way for me to get Jim in here, or do I gotta go back out there to get him? Can you pick this up for me? Because, actually, I'll pick this up. Here, you take this. Thank you, girl. Alisa. Okay, let's go. Let's get out of here. No food up in here. Oh, there he is. Jesus Christ, dude. That's the only part about the AI I'm not a big fan of. Is like, dog, they'll just go venture off, like, and I won't see them forever. Like, I think I played a game with Kevin last night, and I didn't see him, like, the entire game at all.
Over here.
Also, it's a little bit to get used to about, like, the voice commands of, like, getting your...
Oh, right.
Hey, what'd you give me? What are you trying to give me? No, I don't want a broomstick. Jesus Christ, let's go. We've got time for this, and you'll go. So, very hard, it will be everything locked except the service road. Hard, same elephant stage, normal elephant stage officer. Oh, okay, gotcha. Alright. We're going to use the bolt cutters right here. If you see me do the pun, it's because I keep hitting triangle because I'm so used to playing the remakes again, and triangle is to get into the menu. When I try to get in the menu, it's just making me say puns. Eerie. Let's go into the zoo.
End up zombie chow.
Wow. I mean, you're not wrong. Now loading. I low-key kind of miss loading screens because it kind of gives me like a little break. At the same time, I don't miss loading screens at fucking all. Alright, Jim, are you gonna fucking get over here? No. Guess there ain't no hotties waiting here. Or waiting, huh? Yeah, Jim definitely has the wildest, like, puns in the entire fucking game. I'm going to be surprised if I even fucking see Jim again. I'm not going to lie. I do like that we have the same, like, old school, like, Resident Evil CGI cutscene look to them, too. What the fuck? Elephant! Low-key, I can't believe they put a zombie elephant in this shit. It's kind of cool, though. Fucking big-ass elephant. I guess it turns it into, like, a bioweapon, right? I mean, you can't control the bitch, but... Oh, oh, there he is. Dude. Let's go through this. So there's a thing. Alyssa hates Jim, so he'll probably do his own thing. Oh, really? Okay. See, that's the other annoying thing. What up, eh? AMS, dude. How have you been, man? I feel like I haven't talked to you in a while. Oh, Jim's a piece of shit, dude. Okay, I need elephant key for there. I know that. Yeah, so basically, the game is like low-key, just a lot of little baby Resident Evil places to visit through. Also, when you hear that noise, it means the elephant's by me. Oh, okay. I'm gonna take you out. Nope, I ain't got room for... Actually, I can probably get rid of the bolt cutters right now. Okay, elephant, get away from me. Elephant is basically like... Alyssa, get over here. Oh, shit, I don't think I can go in the store. Where'd it go, though? Oh, we can. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're playing Outbreak today, man. Well, I mean, I'm only playing through one scenario, and then we're gonna, like, do a little prep. Yeah. Prep for like Resident Evil 9. Just because going through everybody's story is going to take a very long time. And oh shit. Okay, I do gotta go around the other way. Yeah, well, probably. I mean, after this, I'm probably gonna watch. There's like 2 videos I have that I kind of want to go through, just on the characters, and then one that kind of highlights through Alyssa's story. I just want to get all this out of the way now since we're like on Outbreak. Hold on, let me go back through here. I don't know if I was supposed to go through here or not. I mean, the cool thing about these games is, hey, it's like Resident Evil. It's like a brand new experience again, so you're kind of just figuring everything out for the first time. One thing about Resident Evil games that I like it, but at the same time, it's yeah, I need a key for this. At the same time, once you play it once, it's kind of very easy to. Oh, Jesus Christ! It's very easy to kind of figure out. Holy shit! Okay, maybe I do go through here. Alyssa, get over here. Stop trying to give me stuff. Yeah, it's like playing something and learning like the level layouts again is like, it's kind of refreshing because you just, yeah, it's just like brand new to you. I mean, even though the graphics are a little outdated, you can work around it. Especially with games like Resident Evil. Oh, it's a weird glitch. Not a glitch, but alligator key. Okay. Everything needs keys. I played the hell out of Oh, shit, you did? Big question in Resident Evil 9. Do we get to go back through the rest of the wrecked Raccoon City or just hospital? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing I think a lot of people are asking. And I think people were, like, hoping in the gameplay, like the new thing that they had. Can I like dodge this? Okay, I can't, but I can walk to the side. Was the gameplay like, are we gonna get like city gameplay? Which, low key, I do hope we do get some city fucking gameplay, because I don't know, playing in a city. Oh yeah, there's Cindy. Cindy's dead now. But usually they will drop a item that you need. Well, you don't need, but it's special to them. I mean, Cindy is basically known for like herb making, and she dropped a mixed herb for me, so I'm taking it. Sacrifice of Cindy. I'll accept it. Because, man, going through the wrecked old nest would be crazy. I mean, yeah, going through wrecked nests, or like even going through like, maybe not fully going through, what's it called? The RPD, but like I'd like to go through a wrecked RPD. I mean, that'd be very interesting. I know I gotta go in a building, but I'm trying to find this goddamn building right now. Okay. I think I know where I gotta... Wait. No, because he's over... Yeah. Right here. Oh my god. Get me in there. Yeah, I, any places to re-travel, like to revisit that are like old, I am 1000% down to go into. Shotgun rounds. I don't know what.
Come on.
Yoko, you better get in here and you better pick them goddamn rounds up. Yeah, zombie elephant. You think decomposition would do some things? Zombies technically hotties. Yeah, you're right. I mean, technically it wouldn't really be a hottie. I don't know. Maybe some people are into that though. Hey, Jim. There you are. Also, an elephant burst out right there, but he just, he didn't see the animation for it. That's another thing. Some of the animations hit a little bit sooner. It's a little wonky. There's some places in this game where it's a little wonky. All in all, though, the game is fun as hell. I kind of would like to play with a bunch of people. Not gonna lie. Pick it up. Repair notification. Notice of completion of repairs. The previously reported problem with the flow of electricity within the zoo has been repaired. A test will be run at 9:30 a.m. to double check the system. Elephant stage gate mechanism, terranium dome panels, front shutter mechanism, stage lighting system, crane. There has been a circuit breaker set up in the office for testing purposes. After the test, power will be routed through normal means. Matthew. Okay, cool. Here's a... You alright? Wow, a survivor. The animals got to me. I thought it would be safe, but we're stuck in here. Communications are cut. Shit. That's it? Okay. You serve zero purpose to me. Nothing over here. I need this little John right here, though. Yeah, Yoko, you have a lot of health. I can just use your health if need be. Also, did you see Leon in the trailers and gameplay look like he had something like... Yeah, I mean, whatever this Elpis is, it's going to be kind of interesting, because I think it's going to play a part in... I don't know. It's going to be... I was talking about this last night. Like, whatever Elpis is definitely going to be playing a part in, like, Leon's end, or, like... It's definitely part of the story, 1,000%. Also, they have these, like, little things in here where you can get, like, extra things in your level with little Mr. Raccoon tokens, which is kind of cool. It adds, like, a whole nother, like... Especially if you're a completionist and you want to, like, do a lot in your... You know, you want to get a better grade of during your run. There's a lot to this game that just... I don't know. I never knew how in-depth it was. I just thought it was Resident Evil and you played with a bunch of people. I never knew about, like, each character having, like, their own thing, and, yeah, it's just really, really fucking awesome. I'm not gonna need this stun gun. Hey, Jim, finally, you're here. Jesus Christ. What do you have? Oh, you have a lucky coin. And you have some ammo. Okay, you have a lot of fucking health. We're good. Let's get out of here. Elpis, quantities of C virus, progenitor, Las Plagas, maybe some... Yeah. It's gonna be some... Here's what I'm thinking, right? So, basically all these guys are, like... Something with Alyssa giving, you know, and Grace being her daughter, like, is connected in that way, where something has mutated... Grace's... Oh, shit, my bad. I am being an asshole right now and not paying attention to an elephant. Something about the DNA of Grace from something that happened with Alyssa. Victor, the main bad guy in that game, he is basically... Fuck, my bad. I'm going the wrong way, I think. I gotta... Go back in. I think there's a door I unlock over here. I think Victor knows about Alyssa because Victor is technically an old Umbrella scientist. Or at least, like, he was part of the disbandment of Umbrella. He knows about it, and there's some weird, like, virus that is now... He can make from Grace's DNA, possibly. Lucky coins is 5%. Oh, that's a special item? Fucking brooms in here, bro. Hey, what's this? Handgun? I don't need a handgun. Oh, God. It's every window. Jesus Christ. Alright, my bad, dude. Alright, I'll get the hell out of here. Okay, this... But yeah, I think it's going to play a big part in... Grace's DNA in general is going to play a big part in why Victor is trying to find her. And I think Alyssa being here during Outbreak is also going to be playing a part. Just because, I don't know, I just think everything's going to connect in that sense. That's why I think Outbreak's kind of important to kind of go through. Oh, there's a fucking dog here. Dude, you blend in with the environment. Okay. There you go. Thank you, Yoko. Appreciate it. Let's just stay safe. Also, loading up your guns are extremely time-consuming. Okay, we need to get to... Elephant. Almost akin to some of the T. Veronica shit from Code Veronica, a strain with a bio tune for someone else. I mean, yeah. I think it's gonna be something in that sense, right? Wait, this way. Okay. Open up. But yeah, I'm very... So what I'm going to do, my my thought process of like when it does release. It's going to release I'm assuming it'll release at midnight. If not, that day. Basically, I'm going to go through it, right, by myself. I'm not going to stream it because I feel like everyone's going to be playing that shit. And the last thing I want to do is like stream it and spoil shit for people. So I'm gonna get through it myself. I'm just gonna knock it out, and then the day after, should be Saturday, I think. I'm just gonna stream it like all fucking day, and I'm kind of gonna go through it and a little bit because I'm gonna play it again no matter what. I always go through Resident Evils like more than once, and then kind of like deep dive into it. Hopefully by that time I'll have like some better like. I'll unlock some stuff in it as well. What? Where's the elephant? Oh my god, Yoko, come on. Oh, elephant's over here. He's supposed to be over here. I gotta do this whole tape situation shit. Yeah, there's a... Hey. She'll be fine out there. I put a tape in here. See, this is like... Okay. I think Outbreak is great, but literally having a tape right next to where you have to put the tape in seems very easy, right? Like, I get it. There's, every scenario has different things, but like, some of these are a bit too easy. There's a way to load without going into status menu. Yeah, it's like L1 or something, right? I think you aim and then you hit L1, but or L2, one of them. One or the other. Get all the achievements in Resident Evil 9. I guess I could go for that. I'm gonna stream and spoil the shit out for people. You better not. You piece of shit. Elephant Keeper's Diary. When I was cleaning up the junk around here, I came across an old BGM tape. I played it to see what it was, and it was the old Zoo Parade theme. Yeah, and then like... Technically, I don't even need to read this, right? Like, I could have just figured this out. Like, there's only 3 things to click in this room. So, like, yeah, the puzzles in this game just don't seem to be really that in-depth. According to the old man Joseph, there used to be a big elephant parade in which they outfitted the elephants in Christmas lights until about 15 years ago. He says Oscar was the star of that parade for years. I let Lloyd have a listen, and he's convinced that it will be worth money someday. He said I should dub it while I still have the chance. I think he's nuts, but it might be a good idea to copy it for... Yeah, okay. Is that it? Oh, Oscar sure has been acting strange lately. He's not sick or anything, but he just won't calm down. He got so excited at feeding time today that he broke part of his cage. Okay, so... The name of the elephant is Oscar, but I saw another name for the elephant, too. Nothing like that's ever happened before. Maybe I better have the vet take a look at him. Lloyd's been put on emblem duty this week, so he'll have to stick around longer than usual. He won't stop bitching about it, but he's got it easy, really. The dome is close to the front of the gate, after all. Speaking of which, I guess the dome is getting shut down towards the middle of the next month. They're too damn cheap to tear it down, so it'll probably just sit there for years and rust. What a waste. Okay, so isn't the elephant's name like Titan or something? Optional, lock him in, however, it'll change for the boss fight later. Oh, I do know that... Well, I mean, the way that I saw was, you play a tape, right? And he should come in here. What, is the elephant in the boss fight if you don't lock him in the cage? That'd be wild. Yeah, Titan was Oscar's code name, but his actual name's... Okay. What do you mean his code name? Like, this was like, they had a zombie elephant before, finally went into, like, full effect, and then they just ended up naming him Oscar. Come on over here, bud. I know you come over here. You were just over here. I shouldn't have been talking so much. He was over here. Okay, let's go, Yoko. You're gonna go be a sacrifice for a little bit. Just be a distraction. I wish Jib was here to fucking help me. He's over somewhere complaining. Dumbo the elephant. Because the shit at the end of Resident Evil 7 made it seem like some elements of Umbrella were still cracking bioweapons. And yeah, I mean, wasn't there like... well, I mean... Isn't Umbrella different now, though? Isn't like Umbrella like... Well, I mean, old Umbrella. Old Umbrella is like... There's like a new and old Umbrella. Wasn't Chris working for Umbrella? It's weird.
Come on. Okay.
Yoko, hurry the fuck up. We gotta get this elephant back over here. There he goes. Okay.
Alyssa, Fred, come over here.
Okay. I don't need that, Yoko, and get out of the way. Old Umbrella is dead. Yeah, Old Umbrella is dead, but I'm saying the people who have been disbanded from Umbrella, like some of them guys are still alive. No, he's right there. Yes. Shut the goddamn cage. And Chris was working for New Umbrella. Yeah. Shit gets weird between 5, 6, and 7. I know, yeah. It's very confusing in a sense. That's why, like, I haven't played 5 or 6 in, I don't know, since they came out, because I played them only, like, around them years. Wait, do I go out this way? No. We don't go out this way, I don't think. I think there's a door over here. I forget most of that lore in, like... I mean, not the lore, like, because I rewatch, like, Resident Evil stuff, like, anytime a new game comes out. But, like, 5 and 6, I just... the deep connective lore in it, like, I totally just... I don't know, it's, like, it's very hazy in my mind, because it's just... There's a lot of shit happening. I hear something flying. I know something's flying. There's a fucking bird. Okay. Get away. Okay. The worst. Shit gets... Yeah, well, originally Wild Things was gonna be 10 times bigger. You'll be fighting gorillas and zebras? Oh, I did see, like, a zebra thing out there, too. Yoko, stop picking up brooms. We're just gonna save, just... my 8 MB memory card. I played 5 and 6 religiously, always had homies over to run it. 5 was... I know 5 was, like, very action-y, but I did, like, platinum that game. It's one of, like, the Resident Evils I was like, dog, it's so fun to play. Like, maybe the story wasn't very Resident Evil-y, right? But it was fun. I had a fucking great time playing that goddamn game. Okay, we're gonna be able to shoot you. Alright, birdie. Please. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Ah, flying stuff, man. It's the worst. You're just gonna make me waste my goddamn ammo. Yeah, dive bomb again. Are we serious right now? You know what? We're skipping you. I don't need to fight you. Oh, they respawn? That's annoying. How to get them trophies? Yeah. What is, the game's got so much hate, but I love them? Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was, like... I don't think they were that bad. I mean, I remember 6 just being all over the place. I think that was, like, one of the main issues was, like, 6 was just everywhere.
Alyssa, help me.
Help you? What the hell's going on? Oh, you're getting attacked by bees. I'm sorry. Run away, Yoko. That is, like, the issue about AI, though. Is, dude, I can't... I'm playing by myself at this point. Oh, there you go. You're shooting stuff that you probably don't even need to be shooting right now. It evolved so much where it came from. Yeah. It is. No matter what, I don't think they can really go back into the old Resident Evil phase. I think they had a lot of success from 4. They saw 4 had a lot of action in it, and they're like, hey, you know what? We can just do some action games. Get away from me, Snake. I'm just coming over here. Hey. Okay. This just gives me your rifle ammo. I'm not gonna use this stun gun.
Over here.
Yeah, come over here. Don't say no. Jesus Christ. So, we're gonna swap this out. Here, you... Come here. Come here, Yoko. Okay, let's go. Get the hell out of here. God damn. Resident Evil DLC was great too. Yeah. Lost them. Yeah, Yeah, like, especially, like, I think also people were upset that, like, Jill got involved with, like, the weird, like... Oh, God, there's a fucking alligator. Am I, like, alone over here? Yoko, come over here. Yeah, come on, let's go kill this thing. Jill's, like, whole, like, getting taken control by Wesker and shit. Like, I don't think people were fans of that either. Come here, alligator. I don't want to go in there. Because you're going to eat me if I do. Come on, dude. Can I shoot you from back here? No? I can't see. It's way too pixelated. I don't want you to kill me. You gotta come over here. Also, I'm glad Jim is helping me at all. I should have not picked him. I wanted to hear his voice lines, but I didn't know he's gonna, like, leave me like that. Nina Williams' phase pissed a lot of people off. Yeah. Is that... Dude, I totally forget that game. They were calling her Nina Williams. Dude, I remember now. Yeah. I remember when people were like... They showed, like, the trailer and she, like, first confronts him and, like... Yeah. She had, like, a fucking hood on or something, right? And then she took the hood off and it's Jill and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah. I can see why people were pissed off. No, the alligator can one-shot you. Oh, he can. Okay, good. Well, good to know that, I hear it. I'm hitting him. Yeah. Come on over, bud. I know you can come out of here, too. You're gonna make me waste my goddamn... Oh, my God. Are we serious, dude? Okay, at least I'm hitting him, because I... Okay. I don't know why this is not working. Oh, because I don't have fucking ammo. God damn it. Okay. Yoko. We're gonna...
Hey. Oh, right.
Okay. Let's try this again. Come here, alligator. I'm not trying to die in one hit, so... You gotta come over here. This is painstakingly. Oh shit, I'm poisoned too? Dude, I gotta find a blue herb real quick. I'm gonna die. Oh, yeah. There we go. Speak of the devil. Alright, Yoko, did you use all the fucking... You got rid of all of your healing shit? Oh, Yoko, you made a bad choice, my girl. Okay, stupid ass alligator, come over here. Wait, okay. Okay, nothing? Yeah, come on up. Come on up, bud. Okay, I'm at, like, perfect distance where he can't fucking get me. how many bullets do you take, bro? Come on. Breaking ankles. Not even playing. Oh. That's fine. Give me your other handgun.
Hey! Oh, that's right. Come here.
Sorry, Yoko, I'm using up all your ammo because guess what? You're not even fucking helping. This is why you probably need to play with people. Yoko's charm slows down your virus gauge. Good for people with high... Oh, okay. Yeah, I should probably... My dog. How many bullets do you take? I'm gonna run out of fucking ammo. Handgun magazine, yeah, but I can't use that for this shit. Oh, no, back up. That's way too close. Yoko, don't you dare go over there. I mean, this is the problem playing with fucking AI. There's, like, no help in this game at all. This is tedious. Oh my god, dude. You got, like, literally... Jesus Christ, you're worse than the fucking boss probably is. Alright, let's get out of here. Safe to travel. Get wrecked. Fucking... That's just tedious. It's not even that hard. It's just... You're just wasting ammo at that point. Alright. I do know... I have to, I'm gonna have to get some fucking... Okay, Yoko, you come over here. You pick this shit up. There you go. Now you use this shit.
Yes.
Not a fan. Not a fan of AI. This game stressed me out as a kid. I never finished it because I kept dying. I mean, it's pretty difficult. Oh man, is there fucking birds again? The new front gate locking mechanism is kind of a pain. Ever since the incident, the folks that live around here have been clamoring for tighter security. We have to listen to them. Anyways, first you've got to check the office to make sure the main power is on. Then you need to put the emblems in 2 lion statues. Yo, yeah. That's my thing about this. Like, oh shit, there is a dog here, and I don't want to fight you right now because I don't have ammo. So I'm dipping and dodging. Gonna try to break some ankles for a little bit. And there's a bird. Fucking birds, man. Get me in the office. Observation duck. Okay, healing. Yoko, I'm praying to the Lord you make it in. Thank you. There we go. I need this bad boy. I don't know if I need this anymore. Okay, Yoko, we're gonna do some swapping. Shit, I gotta get some health too. Come here, come take this. Okay. What'd you give me? A stick? Why do you have a stick? Funky, what's a stick used for? Is it used for anything? Okay, you have rifle rounds, so that's good.
Right.
We're gonna get rid of this fucking other handgun that we don't need.
Hey!
Come here.
Right.
Give me this. Swap it with that. Oh, I can't just get... either way, I can swap it with something. Okay, what's in here? I can see a tram station in the distance. Okay, that's our way out. Okay. Okay. It's just a throwable. Oh, that's all it is? That's annoying. I thought it had some purpose to it. Okay. All right, let's get the hell away from here. I got 2 bullets here. Yoko, you're not even gonna fire, so we're gonna swap out.
Right. Come over here.
I guess I will do the firing around here. All right, I got 9 bullets on me. It's enough if I need to get out of a pickle. Okay. Now I need to get away from you, you bird. I'm not trying to waste bullets on you. It's the whole reason why I probably lost a lot of my ammo to begin with. Get away from me. You get away from me. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Get away, get away, get away. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Alligator door? Oh shit, I am, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Yoko is nowhere to be found. Oh my god. Are we serious right now, dude? Dude, this is unbelievable. Oh my god, and I have no ammo. This is so ridiculous. Yoko, can you fucking come help me? Yeah, I'm just gonna accept defeat at this point. Jeez, I can't even pause my game. Oh my god, load the fucking gun. This is the worst. I can't even load my fucking gun. Yeah, because I don't have bullets for it. Oh my god, if I die, I'm done. I'm not doing this. We're gonna go watch some videos after this. I literally have no partners. I'm surprised I'm still alive, I'm not gonna lie. Totally fine. Yoko, shoot the fucking dog. Holy shit. Yeah, well, I'm not wasting my time. Yeah. The AI in this game is just fucking low-key wild. This is horrible. I'm surprised I'm alive. Not gonna lie. Yoko, for the love of God. Jesus fuck. Oh, did you do something? You're spraying him with pesticide. Cause you, oh my god, Jesus Christ. Just help me up, just help me up, just help me up, just help me up, just help me up. Help me up, Yoko. Come on, you can do it.
Help me!
Thank you.
Alyssa.
Yeah, Alyssa must live. Dog, get away from me. Go to Yoko for just a split second. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Shoot the... Yo, are we gonna... My god. My god. Are you dead?
Alyssa.
Oh my fucking god, are we serious? I'm over this. Why? Oh, because I just can't... Yeah, just kill, dude. Just get over. We're done. That's it. I tested it out. We're going to play on a fucking server. I can't do the AI stuff. Got 3 teammates. And the only teammate that's with you. Okay. No, we're not doing this shit. I'm over it. I just know after that, guys, there's like, it's literally like 10 more minutes of like going through it. Okay, we're taking a break on that. So let me go, let me switch this over. God, that's annoying. You know what? Maybe when I was a kid, the same thing was happening to me, and that's why I never finished the game. It's a possibility. Funky, yeah. When I do get back on this, so what I was talking about earlier is I'll probably go through like 1 through 8, or the mainline series. As soon as I finish through 8, I should have some time at the end. I'm assuming I'm gonna have some time. I'm gonna go back and play through like Outbreak just a little bit more. But for now, I'm just gonna we're gonna go watch some videos and focus a little bit on just some stuff on some facts and just some fun stuff about the game. Actually, let me make sure that you guys can hear this too.
Evil Outbreak introduced us to some of the civilians of Raccoon City.
Can you guys hear that? Is it cool?
To cover them, so it shouldn't be a surprise that I'd start with the capable waitress. I dug deep to find everything I could, and I hope you enjoy it. So, without further delay, from beef with David to a raccoon obsession, here are 25 facts about Cindy Lennox.
Now, it's 25 facts, but this video is very long. It's actually just going to give a lot of facts about everybody, technically.
And in order to reach 100% infection without taking any damage, it takes Cindy 1 hour and 52 minutes.
So again, that's just about like
the characters in Outbreak already, even some NPCs.
He'll basically give information on everybody's like character, so it kind of is like a deeper dive on it.
Cindy is one of the easiest characters to achieve both no damage and no weapon bonuses, thanks to her special crouch ability.
By the way, this guy who is talking right now, he's Ink Ribbon. If you guys don't know like anything, I mean, I've been following Ink Ribbon for a very, very, very long time. The guy has like the best like deep dives into like most Resident Evil shit, if not all Resident Evil shit. So
can only be found by Cindy, which is a recipe for an herb pie. Interestingly, the recipe includes a full list of ingredients, and I'm very tempted to try to cook it and see how it turns out. So let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that video.
To be honest, that looks like a very
Outbreak, there is a hidden relationship system.
a very
Each character having
detailed
two characters they are
pie
friends with,
instruction.
and one that they do not get along with. For Cindy, her friends are George and Kevin, and the character she doesn't get along with is David. Cindy's special item is an herb case, which serves as a separate inventory but can only hold herbs, holding a maximum of 3 of each, as well as
See, like all this kind of shit, like each character having, especially like somebody like Cindy, having like this kind of shit on her is like definitely makes it that like so much more interesting just a normal like Resident Evil game.
As an AI partner, Cindy will heal the player only 2 times per scenario.
It at least it seems like there's so much more replay value, and Resident Evil games are usually replay like value like worthy, but this just makes you want to go in even more.
In File 2, Cindy was given the bandage special item, which prevents bleeding from happening as long as it's in your inventory, and it can be transferred to your teammates as well. On top of this, if your teammates are bleeding, shouldering them will also remove their bleed status, making it very useful. Cindy's exclusive SP items give a bit of insight into her life. The ones in the Outbreak scenario reveal that she really didn't like her boss because not only was he embezzling money, but also, in her words, a perv. Cindy has 2 different voice actors for each one. First was Julie Maddalena, who has done a ton of voice work, including Mitzi in the Foos dub of Shin-Chan, a Tachikoma in Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, Rebecca Steam in Monster High, and even Pinky the Ghost.
I feel like this game also just seemed a little bit more like, I don't know. It seemed like a little bit more in the fun category than the more serious category.
Rukia in Bleach, and in the Resident Evil series, she was the voice of Ronnie in Degeneration and
Oh,
Jill
that's pretty
Valentine
sick.
in both Operation Raccoon City and Revelations.
That's sick. That's awesome.
Cindy absolutely loves the Raccoon Zoo mascot, Mr. Raccoon, constantly referring to him as cute, adorable, and darling, and she has several SP items related to him. She also has a picture of him on her work.
Is Mr. Raccoon like, is that like more recent? Because like, I don't know. I don't think I noticed Mr. Raccoon around until like, I think like the remakes for some reason. Like maybe I noticed him a little bit, but I didn't notice like, you know, the whole like bobbleheads or like the little like, I don't know, the like the kid factor of that. Like I feel like I didn't see Mr. Raccoon around a lot.
In the decision scenario, if Cindy and George are alive at the end, but haven't used any of the daylight cures on themselves or have any left in their inventory, you are treated to a secret pair ending where they choose to stay behind since they know they're infected. and
Yeah, he
embrace
was
each
like,
other
yeah, I
as
guess he was
Blitz
mentioned
missiles
more
head
recent.
into Raccoon City and destroy it.
I think this is
Even
pretty
though
dope about
Cindy
this
and
game
George-
too. With playing with certain characters, you're gonna get like certain scenario
which seem
endings.
to have a close relationship,
That whole
they actually
that
have
that just
very
makes
different
everything like
meanings.
worth like
For example,
willing
in
to
one of
play even
George's
more again
exclusive
too.
SP items, he refers to Mr. Raccoon as a sniveling brat. When the third Resident Evil live-action movie was being produced, there was an internet rumor that gained traction that Cindy would appear in the film as a character and be played by the professional wrestler Deborah Marshall. In the Hive scenario, you can get a submachine gun or burst handgun on hard and very hard difficulty, but only if you're playing as Kevin or Cindy. There's an injured officer on the roof that will give Cindy a gun after he mistakes her for someone else. As a bonus, only for Cindy, he will give her a box of ammo, regardless of difficulty. Cindy has 4
Yeah, like
unlockable costumes.
all these little
Her
like
vacation costume
things are
is
just
a regular
super
outfit
dope about the
consisting of
game.
a blue top and white pants. Her funny bunny costume, which is pretty self-explanatory. Her nightlife outfit.
That's the
which is a
costume everybody
full
talks
leather
about.
outfit worn with her hair down. And her
It's everybody's
cocktail
gooner
outfit,
outfit.
which is just a bikini top and short shorts. In one of the ending cutscenes, you can actually see Cindy in her vacation costume, though I'm not sure if that's actually supposed to be Cindy or if it's just a case of reusing assets and hoping nobody will notice.
That might be reusing assets.
Just like Jill and Billy, Cindy is able to play the piano, as demonstrated in the decisions scenario.
Is she like the only one who can play the piano like at this? I didn't play decisions, but like, do you need to get like somebody who can play the piano or something?
Cindy is the most religious character in the Resident Evil series. It's implied she frequently
She's the only one?
attended
Oh.
church before the outbreak happened.
So do you need her for that part? Oh, it's optional. Okay.
There's also the mention of church in a few ad-libs, as well as the description for the SP item, sexy lipstick. Her
Worth
work
this.
uniform seems to be inspired by several American restaurant chain uniforms, but also very reminiscent of Jennifer Aniston's character in the movie Office Space. Cindy seems to be very much into skincare, as several of her SP items are things like lotions, creams, and makeup, and she seems to prefer ones that are plant-based or more natural, showing interest in the ingredients on the label. Cindy is a really big fan of herbs, not only with her use of them, but several SP items involving them, including a book on herb cultivation, which she uses frequently.
Yeah, they like really
herb
leaned into
tea,
her being
and
like
even
all
an
about herbs.
antibacterial cream made with blue herbs. In the Wild Things scenario, if Cindy isn't in your party, she will appear as an NPC, but she will be killed by the elephant when it
Yeah, the
charges
Office
through
Space
wall.
reference.
She'll drop some herbs, and you can also find the SP item admission ticket on her body on all difficulties except for easy. Judging by Cindy's
Oh,
response
see?
to
I didn't see that
life and
admission
eventual
ticket.
zombification, as well as his
Interesting.
diary entries about her, it's implied that they had a close relationship in some capacity, whether it was just friendship or possibly more, with him mentioning her smile specifically in his diary. While on the subject of Will, he doesn't just work at the bar, but he also lives there, renting a room from his boss for a small fee. It's
Will is
implied
also
in the
playable
good
too?
epilogue.
So the playable like NPCs, like where, like how, what happens? Like, do you unlock them and then you can play them, or like how does that like go about?
In Outbreak File 2 that Cindy ended up buying a house and inviting George over, possibly ending up as a couple. Also, several different websites and sources say that she considered a new career in medicine and nursing after her experience, but I couldn't find any concrete proof of that. And thanks to File 3 never being completed, I suppose we will never really know.
You
But
unlock
at
them
least
and you can
Cindy
play
made it out
them. It
alive.
varies on difficulties. Oh shit, that's pretty. That's cool. How many is there? Like, how many extra characters? Do they have like their own storylines and stuff, or?
I still consider it to have captured the essence of Raccoon City better than any other game in the franchise. I thought we'd take a closer look at the lovable dad of the group and learn more about him, especially since he's one of the most quoted characters in Outbreak.
Help me, please!
And with that, from being a family man to pushing it real good, here are 25 facts about Mark Wilkins. Mark was a security guard, most likely working at the Apple Inn Hotel, and the security room you come across was likely his and Bob's office. Mark stopped by Jay's bar to have a bite to eat with his coworker Bob when the outbreak happened. His immediate motivation, which is never mentioned, is
They
to
play
find
like
his family and
the
get
main
them to
cast,
safety.
but have different health, attack
Mark
power,
was in the
virus
Army.
rates.
In the ending
Some are
for the
really good
Wild
and some are
Things
really
scenario,
bad. Oh
Mark
shit, okay.
compares his experience to when he served in the Vietnam War.
This, though, was worse than even the hell I'd seen in Nam.
Mark is one of the most quoted characters and has amazing voice work. He's voiced by Bo Billingsley, who has voiced a ton of characters, including Jet Black, Barrett
Hey.
Wallace, and also played the voice of Marvin in File
Oh.
2.
Oh, interesting.
Mark has the full swing ability, which lets him charge up a melee attack and hit enemies very hard, dealing far more damage and knocking them back. Because of his size, Mark isn't able to hide like the other characters. This includes under beds and inside lockers.
That
Also due to
sucks.
his size, Mark is able to push heavy objects that normally need at least 2 characters to push them. This also makes it
Oh,
so
you
that
can
when
push
playing
that thing?
offline, if you are not a Mark type character, then you cannot move these, since
Interesting.
the AI characters do nothing to help. One
Yeah,
of Mark's
fucking
best
AI.
abilities is his guard, which allows him to not only take far less damage from enemies, but also be able to survive one-hit kills. Mark is very family-oriented, with several of his SP item descriptions being about his family, despite the items having nothing to do
Beginner's guide to oil painting. Maybe I should paint a family portrait.
with families. Many SP items imply that Mark's
There's
son
a
is
skateboard. You've
teenager,
been hitting a
with
special
items
item.
like
Skateboard my son would love. Maybe I could give it to him on his next birthday.
skateboard, a book called Discipline, and club tickets, which all also imply that he may be having difficulty connecting with his son.
A book on raising disciplined kids. Maybe I should read this. Shit.
Mark
That is family,
alone,
man.
But he's confident about it, with Mark dismissing several SP items related
People say this works really well. I'm not sure I need it though. Hair growth tonic.
to hair regrowth. Though he does
Yeah, like,
claim
this
that an
stuff seems
afro
so
wig can
fun.
give anybody a little bit of soul, but even then, he thinks
With this, even the most straight-laced person can feel a little soul. Don't know if I'd look or if it'd look good on me. Afro wig. You know, funny fact about afro wigs. In Japan, when like obviously when I was like breaking a lot, I talked with some people from Japan about in the early or in the like late 90s, like 1990, Battle of the Year 1999, Spartanic Japan, the breaking crew from Japan that was at Battle of the Year, they did like this locking showcase and they had afros on. And I was always like, dog, like not only them, but like I've seen other Japanese people have afro wigs. And I'm like, what is the reason that like everybody wears afros like when they're locking and like, because it was like obviously like the wigs that they were wearing. And they would say like it was they felt like they needed the wigs to feel like more soul when they were, and not saying it's like, it's weird because like in this, it's literally talking about that, but for them dancing, it like gave them more funk or like more soul when they were dancing. So they wore afro wigs, which is low key kind of wild,
he shouldn't wear it.
but it's true.
Many of Mark's
It's come
SP
from the
items
mouths
are
of
related
them,
to
so.
cooking, with most of them having him wanting to cook a nice meal for his wife. It's easy to miss, but in the parking garage of the RPD is a police car that Mark can push. In the description for the liquor ad, one of Mark's SP items says that he can't give in to temptation.
An ad for a liquor store. What? A 99-cent case of beer? No, I can't give in to temptation. Well,
implying
that's
that he may be
low-key
a recovered
alcoholic. Yeah.
The security company that Mark works for is Scutum, as seen by the logo on his uniform. This is the Latin word for shield.
Oh,
Mark
I did
has
not know
two
that either.
unlockable outfits. First is a casual outfit consisting of a polo shirt, shorts, and sneakers, confirming that he is indeed a father.
It's like pure
The
dad
second
outfit.
is a bit more regal, being a formal military uniform, implying that he may have either been a lieutenant or a colonel.
That's pretty cool.
Just like the other characters, Mark has good and bad relationships with his fellow survivors, having a good relationship with David and Jim, and a bad relationship with Kevin.
No way.
Yo, that's the shit that pisses me off.
Item is his handgun, which
But I guess it kind of
and
like
spine
adds into
always
like the
be
whole
armed, since
mechanics of the
handgun is
game.
most common
But still,
firearm.
that pisses me off.
It also has
Fucking
a unique
AI.
quirk. It does less damage than a normal handgun up close, but it will do more damage at long range.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
Only in Outbreak 2, Mark will spawn with a second special item, which in his case is a magazine for his handgun, allowing him to reload very quickly.
Ah.
Mark has the most vitality of any character and can take the most damage before going down. Mark has the second fastest virus gauge, beaten only by Jim. His virus gauge goes up at 1.32 points per minute, which means that if he doesn't take any damage, it will take him 1 hour and 16 minutes to reach 100% infection.
I feel like that's
Mark
a decent
may
amount
be
of time.
one of,
Well, I
if
guess you can't
not
take any
the
damage
oldest
either.
playable character in the Resident Evil series, being over 50 years old. In the secret pair ending of Outbreak, Mark and David stay behind and get the tank in the courtyard working before fighting zombies right up until the end.
All right. Good.
He didn't go into depth why they hate each other. Mark is annoyed that the Force allowed someone like Kevin in, but not someone experienced. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you were saying that on Monday when we first were going through this stuff. Yeah, that's interesting.
In Mark's good epilogue, we learn that he does have a wife and child, and they were both able to make it out of Raccoon City and escape the outbreak on their own.
Well, that's good. See, like, some of the people that make it out, I'm curious if they're going to... Since they're bringing up Alyssa in... I almost called her Elisa. Alyssa in Resident Evil 9, I wonder if they're going to bring up, like, other characters from Outbreak. It's the main reason I want to, like, go through Outbreak and kind of get an understanding of everything. So if any of these names do pop up for you guys, you know who they're probably talking about.
We once again return to Resident Evil Outbreak
Alright,
and
Kevin.
its many characters and lore. This time looking at the officer of the group and arguably one of the most popular
Grace's
characters
dad?
in Outbreak.
I don't know.
Eventually we'll get through
I
all of
mean,
them, but
Alyssa
here's one. From racing cars to
didn't really...
competing
I don't know if
with Chris, here are
Alyssa
25
had a
facts about Kevin Ryan.
relationship with anybody in this.
Kevin was a regular at Jay's bar. In the SP item Blacklist, there
Mark
is a
would
list of
probably
bad
be
drunks
mentioned
who don't
because he'll
pay,
probably
and
be
Kevin's name
dead
is
during
on
that
it.
time.
Kevin has a reputation for being
he'll
too
probably
much
be
of a
dead
free
during that time?
spirit.
Ow,
He's
ow,
known
ow,
for
my
being
head.
impulsive, drinking at work, and not being reliable with certain tasks. Like other Outbreak characters, Kevin has predetermined relationship statuses with the other characters. The two people he gets along with the best are Yoko and George, and the character he has a bad relationship with is Mark. Early in its development cycle,
Oh, yeah, it
Kevin's
kinda sucks he
face
doesn't go
altered
through,
due
like,
to his
why people hate
resemblance
each
to Tom
other.
Cruise, which you can still kind of see.
Oh,
Kevin
yeah,
has
it's Tom
two
Cruise.
unlockable outfits. First is his cowboy outfit, consisting of a white t-shirt, boots, jeans, and a cowboy hat. His second outfit consists of a brown jacket with what appears to be a sheriff badge, a plaid shirt, acid-washed jeans, sneakers, and his hair styled into a mullet. Kevin seems to be a big fan of sports.
That outfit
as
looked
many
like
of his SP
Shamu,
items are
actually.
related to
It reminds me
baseball,
of Shamu.
basketball, and football.
Shimu.
Kevin's desk is located in the east office of the RPD. Only when playing as Kevin, you can find a file called Resume Envelope, and it implies that it's Leon's resume addressed to Chief Irons.
Hey. One resume envelope, police department, Leon S. Kennedy, private. That's fucking sick. That's cool. That's cool that they add that in there.
Kevin is voiced by Kirk Thornton, who has voiced tons of characters
Holy shit.
in many media and games, including Dead or Alive, Persona, World of Warcraft, Sonic, and...
Well, it's a lot of characters.
Kevin is an action-oriented character.
Kevin
and
reminded
has
me
the
of
ability to kick
John
enemies in front
back
of
in
him,
the
even
day.
while armed.
Couldn't take him seriously.
He also has the fastest running speed of any of the main characters. Unfortunately, Kevin also has the fastest infection rate of any of the survivors, rising by 1.19% per minute, which gives him a maximum survival time of 84 minutes if he doesn't take any damage.
Oh, well,
One of
yeah, this
Kevin's
shit rises
special
up fast.
abilities is the pot shot. By aiming any handgun or magnum and waiting, Kevin will automatically re-aim. Once in this new stance, Kevin's shots will do significantly more damage. On top of this, there's a glitch called a rolling pot shot, where by tapping
Shimu
the
was
shoot
pretty
button
ahead of
a
its
certain
time. It was. It was like the first like
As an
open
AI, Kevin
world-ish
can be difficult to deal
time
with,
kind of
often going out of
game
his way
with
to
like
defeat enemies and will also
mini
race
little
players to
games in
take items
between.
before they
It was
die.
definitely ahead of its time.
He
It was
also
like the first of
uses
like
his
that
most
type
powerful
of like
weapons first,
genre.
often wasting valuable ammo on weak enemies. Kevin has a lot of extra dialogue in the Desperate Times scenario, like in the kennels where he can talk to a character named Tony, who simply appears as dead to any other characters.
Huh.
He also talks to Rita during the ending of the scenario, instead of a monologue like the other characters. Kevin won a marksman trophy alongside Chris Redfield for his shooting skills, as demonstrated by the SP item he can get in the Outbreak scene.
Marksman trophy. Got this at a police competition, not to brag or anything, but I'm a hell of a shot.
Scenario.
Wait, how do you find out it's Chris
Kevin's
Redfield?
position at the RPD was Night Watchman, and you can even open his locker in the night duty room. Exclusive to Outbreak 2 is Kevin's elbow tackle ability, which he can do when he doesn't have a weapon equipped. This is stronger than a standard tackle and can knock down enemies easier. In the Hive level, only when playing as Cindy or Kevin, talking to the injured officer on the rooftop can get you a submachine gun. Kevin seems to enjoy unhealthy habits, including smoking and drinking, as demonstrated by a few of his SP items and his thoughts.
Must have been in someone's pocket. Most of the cigarettes are bent. Too bad. I could have used a smoke about now. Oh, you find it through some
Kevin's
files?
special item is his 45 handgun. It's stronger than any other handgun, and when combined with his pot shot ability, can basically make it as powerful as a magnum.
That's
The
sick.
drawback is that ammo for it is very, very scarce and often hidden. Kevin looked up to Marvin and had a close friendship with him and his fellow officers. He is highly knowledgeable about cars and skilled enough that he could race competitively. His SP item racing flag shows that he has...
I don't know who that guy is.
Kevin was trying to join Stars.
What
but
is
failed
it,
the
John
screening test
LaJoey?
twice. He still studies for it and hopes to get in. Well, at least he did before the destruction of Raccoon City. After surviving the incident in Raccoon City, Kevin decided on a fresh start and...
Hey, Florida. See ya.
Welcome
You went
back
to the
series
wrong
where we take
state.
a closer look at some of our favorite characters, with today's video focusing on the rugged plumber from
Oh, okay.
Resident
Yeah, I'll
Evil
listen to it
Outbreak.
after this.
I had to dig deep for this video, but I'm so glad I did because I learned a few things about his playstyle that literally change how I will play the game in the future. So I hope you guys are as excited for this one as I am. From being manly to making bombs, here are 25 facts about David King. David is the first Resident Evil character to ever combine items to craft weapons.
Yeah, his character does seem very
David
interesting.
King is also the name of a character in Dead by Daylight that was introduced in a DLC pack, but this is purely coincidental. David's special
I bet you
inventory
people
item is
were
his
like,
toolbox,
oh
which
shit,
consists
that played
of a
Outbreak
folding
before.
knife, vinyl tape, junk parts, and 12 monkey wrenches. Once the items in his tool belt have been used up, there is no replenishing them for the rest of the scenario. David's special ability is throwing the wrenches from his
That's a cool
tool belt,
outfit.
which are useful for knocking down zombies in one hit and stunning them. But they can also be used strategically against certain bosses like the Lion, Thanatos, and the giant flea Gigabyte,
Thanatos.
since it does an extra 200% damage to them on top of stunning them. It's
Oh,
also
that's
worth
pretty
noting that
wild.
using these counts as a weapon and will not grant the no weapon bonus at the end of the scenario. David is a fan of blades, having a bit of expertise in them, which allows him to do some
David's
unique
character seems
combos
very
with any
interesting
type
to
of
play. He
knife,
seems like he has a lot
including
of
the small
different
folding knife
mechanics.
he starts with. He
Have you
can
played
do
the
a
Resident Evil
3-swing
character
combo,
in
and
Dead
a
by
4th
Daylight?
swing was added
No,
in.
no, I haven't. I
It's
haven't.
really hard
Dead by
to
Daylight's a
follow.
game that I just
Additionally,
haven't really
when
played a
slashing
lot of.
downward, he can initiate
I know it's a really
attack.
good game. I have nothing bad
It's
to say
also
about it.
worth
I
mentioning
just,
that for some
I
reason,
never
if
really
you
spent a
use
lot
the
of time
folding
on it
knife
because
against
it's like
the
really
target,
just
decisions,
a
it has
multiplayer
a
style
5
game.
times damage multiplier. Some enemies, like hunters, can damage your character's guns, permanently breaking them and making them unusable. David is the only character who can repair them, which he does by using the junk parts in his tool belt. However, he can only repair weapons 3 times per scenario. In File 2's last scenario, he can use them to convert a model of a grenade launcher into a working one.
That's sick. Yeah,
Among the craftable
David's
weapons
character
David
seems
can make
like
are a
very
hammer,
interesting to play.
A spear, a flame spray, and a stun rod. As an AI character, if David has all the necessary items to craft a weapon, he will automatically do so. The flame spray is made by combining pesticide spray and a lighter. It's also very effective against the scissor tails in the outbreak scenario. On top of this, it's able to set multiple zombies on fire at once. In File 1, when the spray is empty, it will remain in the inventory and be useless. But in File 2, it's automatically discarded, leaving just the lighter in your inventory. The stun rod is made by
That's
combining
very
an
interesting.
iron pipe and
Yeah,
a
his
battery.
character
It lasts
itself
somewhere
is like a
between
whole
5
game.
and
Like,
15 hits, depending on the character you're playing as. It's a slow weapon, but extremely useful against
like everybody
snipers,
else is like pretty
hunters,
much
and the suspended boss
almost
in
the same,
Hellfire
where you just
scenario.
get a little bit of different, like, you know,
The spear
you get
can
like
be made
a
one of
little bit
two ways,
different
either
damage, or
combining
your
a butcher
crits,
knife and a
or
wooden
something to
pole,
deal with
or a
healing,
butcher knife and a
or
long
virus
knife,
meter.
and
But
is a
like David's
long-range
gameplay is
throwing
like,
weapon
it
that
just seems
lasts
like he's
10
like this
hits.
whole entire
The
different
spear does
character.
extra damage to both regular
With, like,
lions and the lion
crafting.
boss, the suspended boss, and the giant leech boss.
That's pretty sick.
Lastly is the hammer, made by combining an
I
iron
love
pipe
duos
and a
available
concrete
because
piece.
I'll either play
While it
Nemesis or
seems like it
Birkin.
would be
They're
the strongest
in
of
Dead by
the
Daylight?
weapons, it's actually slower and weaker than the
I didn't even know they were in it.
If you equip Mark with it, he can do major damage if he uses his special swing ability, though. In the
Oh, that's
description for
fucking
the
crazy.
SP item, Steel Chain,
Yeah,
you
I
can
didn't even
find
know
out
like
that David
they
was
were
the
in
lead
Dead by
Eve
Daylight.
and had
I don't know. I'm
been
kind of out
killed.
of the loop on Dead by Daylight. It looks
David
really
has
fun
two
though. I
unlockable
just I didn't really play it that much.
obtained after collecting the required SP items. First is his club scene costume, consisting of a leather suit, white undershirt, and a pendant, and his real survivor costume, where he lets his hair down and wears suede pants and not much else. David is the only
Fucking wild
character in
outfit.
Outbreak to fire a
So he
handgun
didn't go
with one
specific
hand,
in the stun
having a
rod,
very thug
spear, or
stance
hammer,
with it,
but Jim
similar
can
to
actually
Leon's
do a
stance
swing
in
combo
Resident
with
Evil 2 when
those
he's
melee
wearing the
weapons.
volcano
Oh,
costume. One of the lesser-known weapons that
Stranger
only David
Things
can make
collab
is the
dropping next
timer
Tuesday.
bomb,
You get to
and
play
all
as
you
Vecna.
need
That's
is a
pretty
battery.
sick.
Once combined with the spare parts in his toolbox, you'll have to use the lighter to activate it, and after a few seconds, it will explode.
Now, Jim, like this Jim, Jim's swing combo. Oh, with them melee weapons. So you would get them
It's also worth
crafted by
mentioning
David,
there's a
and then
glitch
you would
if
give
you're
it to
playing
Jim.
offline where you
to
don't need
use.
the lighter. If you give it to an AI character and tell them to use it, they'll
Oh man, that's
activate it without
disgusting.
one.
That's a
Timer
nasty
bombs
bug.
deal
That's a
around
nasty
2,000
bug.
damage and are one of the most powerful weapons in the game and are worth using if you're playing as David. Around some levels, you'll find some hatches that are really easy to miss, but David is the only character that has the ability to open them. As far
Yeah,
as
he'll
I
give
can
it to them
find, these
either
seem to
Jim or
only
Mark.
be
Oh, that's sick.
File
That's
2
dope.
scenarios and very, very rare. David actually gets an opportunity to use his plumbing skills to repair a pipe. In the underbelly scenario, David can skip a large section of gameplay by fixing a pipe with all 9 pieces of vinyl tape in his inventory.
Interesting.
David seems to pride himself in being masculine, as evidenced by
Yeah, I only
David's
played
SP
Dead by
items, most of
Daylight
which are
to
either
play
some
Resident
type
Evil.
of tool or some type of accessory that has a design modeled after an exotic animal. He also seems to have a dislike for anything that is overly ornate or impractical, only praising things that he finds sturdy and well made. He also finds several books related to survival, but he almost always
shit.
dismisses them for having obvious
Whoa, is that like the
errors.
one shot the alligator does? Holy shit.
David has a decent virus infection rate, raising by 1.04% per minute and taking about an hour and 36 minutes to reach 100% infection. David is voiced by Bob Pappenbrook, who was a prolific voice actor.
Yeah, One
with
Shot's wild.
Everything from Scooby-Doo to Power Rangers.
Oh,
to
shit, he
basically
did a lot of
almost
voices,
any
too.
major anime you can think of. Sadly, he passed away in 2006, 2
Aw.
years after Outbreak File 2 was released. David is a canon character in the File 2 scenario End of the Road, though it's never explained why he was there. In the opening cutscene, he saves Linda by beating a zombie to death with a pipe before extending a friendly handshake. If he's not in your team, he will appear later on in the scenario as a zombie. Just like the other characters, David has predetermined relationships established. Among the 2 characters he has a good relationship with are Yoko and Mark, but he doesn't get along with Cindy. If you have any theories on why Cindy and David don't get along, feel free to leave them in the comments. In Outbreak File
Linda?
1, if you get to the end of the last scenario with a certain partner alive and do not take the daylight or have one in your inventory,
Oh, that's
you will be
Carter?
treated to a secret pair ending. For David, his pair ending is with Mark.
Or is Linda in the
deciding to
elevator?
stay
Linda was in the
Raccoon
elevator,
City.
wasn't she?
David repairs the tank, and combined with Mark's military experience, they unleash everything they've got on the approaching horde right as the bombs hit the city.
Linda was the one appearing. Carter is the... Yeah, it's guy on the ground. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, realistically, he saved Carter, not Linda. Linda was in the elevator.
We once again return to Raccoon City and take a look at the characters of Resident Evil Outbreak.
George has a
This time
very
looking at
fucking
one of the
cool,
most
like,
underutilized
background to
characters in
himself
terms
as
of
well.
strategy and healing. From ex-wife issues to one-hit kills, here are 25 facts about George Hamilton.
I
George
think
was the head surgeon at Raccoon General Hospital. The same
I think if they're
hospital
going to
that
bring
Carlos
somebody
was
back in,
Resident
they could talk a
3.
little bit about George
George
being...
was a member of a charity group called the Raccoon Volunteer.
I mean, he was a little bit
In the opening of Outbreak, you can
a
see
little
George
bit
contemplating and looking frustrated. It's
into
implied that he was
the
studying
Raccoon City
T-virus in
incident.
patients that
Just
were
because he was a
infected,
doctor, I could see him doing
which is
a little bit
also
more, and his
how
ties
he
with,
became
like,
infected.
the other
Even
doctors.
though George is a surgeon, he got his doctorate in virology alongside his friend Peter Jenkins, who you find dead in the decision scenario. George is recently
No other
divorced,
game lets
having
you play
separated
as
from his
Wesker,
wife in
Hunk, Nemesis,
1998, the same
and
year that the
Birkin and
outbreak
kill
happened.
people. I mean, yeah, that's true.
George is a
Oh,
collector
yeah,
of watches,
Resident Evil
as
verse.
shown
Yeah,
by
yeah,
the
no,
SP
no, no.
items he collects, which are all very interesting watches, including a watch shaped like a belly that gurgles, a puzzle watch that doesn't let you see the time until you solve a puzzle,
That's
and
weird.
a watch that beeps anytime you move. Even though he and Cindy seem to have a lot in common,
That's
the
very
love of Mr.
weirdly
Raccoon,
specific
the
for
zoo's
watches.
mascot, is not one of them, as he describes the mascot as a sniveling brat. George has a medical set, which gives him the ability to create any type of medicine in the game by converting herbs into healing items.
David hates Cindy
Among the
because of
medicine
her
that he can make are
kindness.
the
He
following.
also hates Kevin
Green
because
herb
he's
makes
a
an
cop.
antidote, which cures poison.
David?
A red herb makes a
Yeah.
hemostat,
We
which
were
stops
talking about that
bleeding.
on Monday.
A mixed herb makes an antivirus pill. And lastly are recovery medicines, which are made with either a blue herb or a red and blue herb, and are the most useful of his skills. Not only are recovery medicines as good as green herbs, but they can also be stacked in your inventory. In File 2,
Oh, that's
is given
nice.
the addition of a unique gun called a capsule shooter. This can be loaded with the medicine George makes, which can be shot at your teammates.
Oh,
allowing
that's
George
nice
to kill
too.
people from far away.
That's pretty cool.
One really cool thing about his capsule shooter is that if you load it with an antivirus pill, you can kill a zombie in one hit, making all of the antiviruses you find extremely useful, especially on the harder difficulties. He can also instantly kill certain enemies with other pills, such as the scissor tails, by using an antidote. George's special ability is his tackle, which not only allows him to tackle while aiming, but also can be charged up. When he goes into the tackle animation, he is briefly invincible, allowing him to essentially dodge and counterattack if you time it right.
That's pretty cool.
Only in the Hive scenario, and only when playing as George, you can find recovery medicine bases in the treatment room. He also starts with a full map of the hospital, since he works there. George has a secret ability that isn't really ever mentioned, but he can actually gain more health from healing items than any other character.
Oh,
The decision scenario is canon for George, with him heading to the university to meet his colleague and also helping to synthesize the daylight vaccine for himself and the other survivors. While many characters have two good partners and one bad one, George is a bit different. Cindy and Kevin are his good partners, Alyssa is a bad match for him, and on top of this, Yoko also doesn't seem to get along with him, often not listening to him or helping him during the scenario.
that sucks.
Yoko, please help!
No.
That fucking sucks, dude.
George has two unlockable costumes. One that is sort of a nature costume, which also has his volunteer charity on the back. And the second one is a...
You know, I guess this is like kind of it's so much harder too, because like back when this game was out, like we didn't have like an easy way to be like, oh, who's good to partner up with people.
No way to verify this, but I will assume what I read on...
Like realistically, if I was to play this game back in the day, and like, you know, we didn't have like crazy like YouTube clips or anything out with it. So like, if I was to play this back in the day and I just partnered up with people I thought looked cool, but they actually didn't have good relationships with, but I didn't know anything about relationships, I'd be like, why do all my this game sucks because everybody just keeps like leaving me. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Forums from 2006 were
Tips
telling
and tricks, bro. Yeah, I know. But even then, is that even gonna help?
that can only be found when playing as George. If George is not in your party in the decision scenario, you will find.
What
him
was the way you
totally
figured it
working
out?
with the
Tips and
Peter
tricks.
Evil Die.
Dog, it's too late.
Typically
By the
speaks
first
with a
like month
softer,
of me
kinder
playing
tone
it,
than the
nope,
other men in
I'm
the
out.
game, but does have one hilarious ad-lib directed at a hunter in below freezing point scenario.
You're worse than my
The
ex-wife.
relationship system is exclusive to
George
single
lives
player,
a life of
thankfully.
luxury
Yeah,
since he makes
that's
pretty money
good.
as a
But
doctor,
also,
but he really enjoys the outdoors as well.
I don't think everybody really had the network adapter. You know, like I feel like the network adapter was like, it was there, but it wasn't really like, not all my friends had a network adapter. I only think like 3 of my friends had a network adapter when I was like growing up. Out of all my friends had PS2.
Greg before he could write out instructions for George on how to synthesize
I
it.
definitely did not.
George was hiding out with survivors in a makeshift.
Yeah, and like to
shelter
play
in
like
Houston
solo, it's like you
before
kind of had to
he
like try to
entered
deal with it.
university,
That's why I never beat this
showing
shit.
part of the RPG before File 2 was even released. Every Outbreak character has a secret pair ending, achieved by not taking the daylight cure or having any left in your inventory at the end of the scenario. George is paired with Cindy, with sort of a romantic ending where they hold each other as they watch the bombs hit Raccoon City and perish together.
Now, is that canon? Like Cindy and George like dying together? Like, so they're just dead at this point, or is there like another scenario where they like make it out? It's like putting your dick in a blender.
Yup,
Yeah,
Outbreak
I did not have fun
characters
playing
again.
solo.
Many
I'm not
of the
gonna lie.
characters
I mean,
in
it's cool, and I can definitely like force myself. It's a challenge. I'll say that, but I would probably pair myself up with the people that actually want to fucking help me AI
contributed to the series.
in
From
the
bathroom
AI
makeovers
sense.
to taking down Umbrella, here are 25 facts about Yoko Suzuki.
Oh, Yoko as well. I see them bringing Yoko up
was a scientist
in
working
Resident Evil
at the
9
same Umbrella
in some way.
labs as William
Because
Burke,
actually, I
though her
think
position
Alyssa
ranking
and
never
Yoko
really
have like
specified.
a pair like ending as well.
Yoko never uses curse words, with the exception
Oh,
of the Hellfire scenario
they're
where she says
what
shit
ifs.
for accident.
Okay, gotcha.
When you first see Yoko, she looks very different, but then
I don't
she
know.
moves her
Yoko's story
appearance
is fucking
at the
good,
bar,
though. I
going to
think
the bathroom
they can
to
bring
cut her
Yoko in.
hair, remove her glasses, and change her clothes. Yoko describes herself as a university student, attending Raccoon University, the same school in the Decisions scenario. Valerie Harmon, from Resident Evil Resistance, was Yoko's roommate and was captured by Umbrella when she went looking for her.
Oh, that's
Yoko
fucking
has
sick.
the unique ability to carry 4 extra items thanks to her backpack, giving her double the inventory space of every other character. Her special move is the ability to do an escape dodge, where she will push away from an enemy and crawl away.
Very
and she will
dramatic.
crawl longer if the button is held down. While she's crawling, she's completely invincible, which is
Oh, that's
extremely
nice.
helpful in many situations, like the area where the sniper is shooting at you, or the area with the landmines. In File 2, Yoko was given a special item, which is a Buddhist charm.
I liked Resistance.
This charm can be incredibly helpful and gives whoever
I thought
fights it
Resistance
a
was okay.
reduced infection rate by almost 75%, but also causes enemies to hesitate when attacking, and most helpfully,
Jesus, what the
prevents
hell?
instant kill attacks from actually killing you. You'll still take the damage, but you won't die.
Jesus.
Her File 1 costumes consist of a spring dress outfit, as well as a
Yeah, I feel
Japanese
like
school
that's
gym
the
outfit.
issue with some of these. Is like they are very buggy.
Her File 2 costumes consist of a Workers' Republic outfit and a one-piece.
Buggy is fun sometimes, but not when you're like
Unique to Yoko
playing
is the
something where
costume
like
Yoko is
your
in,
whole entire
which
run
her
is just
look
fucked
before she
due
cut
to
her
like
hair to
a
cover her
bug
glasses.
happening or
Though for some reason,
wonkiness
this
in the
outfit is
game.
categorized as an NPC instead of a costume for Yoko. In the below freezing point scenario, only as Yoko, you can get a magnum from the scientist near the moth room. It's also worth mentioning that this scientist works for William Birkin.
Hey.
If Yoko isn't in your party during the below freezing point scenario, you'll find her dead in the lab and she will turn into a zombie.
Yeah, that like these little like
If
tidbits
playing as
as well
Yoko, you
are
can
just really
bypass a
dope.
decent chunk of the level since she doesn't need to register her fingerprint. In the flashback scenario, Yoko can find a file called Sealed Letter in the desk of the administrator's office.
Yeah, also
Yoko has the
wildly the one doctor in this game, I think it's in file 2. Especially dealing with Alyssa. His name, I mean, we'll get to it when we get to her video, but it's his name is Albert Lester, as if it was if that was very creative enough from Capcom. In no way relationship to Albert Wesker. It's fucking wild. There's 2 other names too out there that I forget the names of them, but they're like literally the same thing. It's like almost the same exact name, just a couple. Albert the Molester. I mean, low-key,
but this error was eventually
kind of what it
corrected
is.
after she explained in an interview that the actual voice actress was a woman named Laura Thorne.
I'm back. So
Well, before we move on
Hey,
to
Residents of
Outbreak,
Evil.
there is a rumor out there that you voiced Yoko. Is that true?
No.
okay,
Okay.
No,
See, I told you.
we clarified it.
Yeah, I think he either just a jokester or perhaps a disgruntled former employee put that in the credits. Just
Oh wow.
I don't know why. But no, Yoko was voiced by an actress named Laura Thorne.
Laura Thorne. So give our credit to Laura Thorne for playing Yoko.
Yes.
That kinda
Years later,
sucks.
Laura Thorne.
Right.
Fucking
Yoko
IDMB like fucks up your fucking
demonstrated both by her
or whatever it
demeanor
is that
and
was
her
shown her
SP
name.
items being self-help books. Yoko and Kevin seem to have some sort of prior relationship, as the descriptions for the SP item, Manly Handkerchief, says, Kevin gave me this handkerchief. He may not look it, but he's a really nice guy.
Interesting.
If playing as Jim, Yoko is a great partner to have. If she gives him her Buddhist charm, he can drastically slow down his infection rate while using his play dead ability.
Jesus Christ. Fucking whatever that is running around destroying them.
Where Yoko reveals that she donated her own cells to what would eventually be the T-virus research.
Interesting.
It's not clear how canon this is to the storyline, but it's still worth mentioning.
Very interesting.
Yoko, it's been 2 years. Oh, but you might not know that.
Greg oversaw the procedure, but in order to protect the secret research, he performed an operation on Yoko's mind, effectively erasing her memory. Canonically, it's conflicting, but she either ended up at the bar or found herself at the Apple Inn shortly before it caught fire. Over the course of the game, she regains her memories and starts piecing it all together. Every character in Outbreak has a secret pair ending, achieved by not taking the daylight cure or having one in your inventory. For Yoko, her partner ending is with Alyssa and Yoko, sending all the incriminating evidence they can via email just before the bombs hit as a last-ditch effort to stop Umbrella.
Jesus.
My final contribution.
We may not have an Outbreak remake
Oh,
or
okay.
remaster,
Yeah,
but
because
we will
she's
always
about
be
to.
able
I mean,
dive
yeah,
into
yeah,
the
that's
lore
not canon
with
because
these
obviously
videos.
she is
I only
alive.
have one more part to
There's
watch
also a
about,
memo in the
but
end
today I
of the
thought we'd look
road
at the
where
subway
anyone can
employee who is probably
see
the
and
most
read, but you
unhappy
need
about
a
being in
Mo
Raccoon
disc
City
A.
than any other character
And in the
in
memo, it
series.
shows the names that
From
were
Monkey
involved
Tricks
in
to
donating their
Funky
blood
Bits,
cells for
here
the
are
T-virus.
25
That's sick.
facts about Jim
That's
Chapman.
dope.
Jim works for the Kite Brothers Railway, specifically working at the South
Fucking
Raccoon
Jim.
Street Station. He tends to rub people the wrong way by often complaining and talking too much, while also being self-loathing.
That weren't enough. My clothes and shoes are ruined from trudging through this damn sewer. Let's just try to stay calm. My life is shit.
Jim is the only survivor that never is scripted to die in any
He said,
scenario.
"My life is shit."
Enemies will often avoid Jim, preferring to attack other survivors.
Oh, okay. My life is shit.
It's implied that the reason for this is simply that Jim has bad hygiene and smells bad. This is also implied in the description for the SP item, deodorizing spray.
A 5-second spray lasts 5 hours. No odor too strong. I guess I have been smelling a little funky lately.
As an AI partner, Jim is very unreliable. He will hardly ever fight enemies and usually chooses to always run away instead of helping.
It's over.
What a bitch, dude.
Jim is a sneakerhead, with not only most of his SP items being shoes, but also
Wow, it's kind of... People thought these were the shit back in high school. Didn't know they still made them.
his shoes being Reebok brand, with them even appearing in the credits of the game. If anyone knows what specific shoe he's wearing, please let us all know in the comments. I have no idea. I'm a boots guy. Jim also loves puzzles. At the beginning of the game, you can see him doing a crossword puzzle. Several of his SP items are also puzzle related, with him usually accepting them as a challenge. Speaking of SP items, I noticed that his descriptions
Ain't nothing wrong with some cheap ass shoes, something, or sometimes cheap shoes.
for SP items are especially funny, with
Shoes for marathons and shit. Dog, come on.
him having a lot of profanity and jokes written into them.
A model of an old train, man. I dig this shit. Old trains got style.
Jim has a good relationship with Cindy and Mark, but he doesn't get along
Holy
well with
shit.
Yoko. Jim's canon scenario is the underbelly level, which takes place in a subway station where he works. He has a lot of exclusive benefits in this scenario, including having the map memorized, already knowing the solution to uncouple the cars, and being able to crawl into air ducts and essentially be able to teleport all over the level.
That's
In
wild.
the Hive scenario, Jim makes a nice reference to Street Fighter, referring to the Leech Man as that Dalsum-looking guy, most likely comparing to how both of them can shoot out their limbs to strike. In the flashback scenario, when Jim is in the basement, he makes a joke about the root of the problem, which may also be a reference to the first Resident Evil game.
Are you okay?
Yeah, so much for him. We got to the root of the problem.
Jim's special move is to give up all hope and die.
Let's go. Hello there.
Or at least that's what he wants enemies to think. He can just lay on the ground and enemies won't bother him, but at the cost of his virus meter rapidly rising.
Oh,
This
okay.
is especially useful against bosses, but it's worth mentioning he actually can still take damage in some situations.
Somebody help.
Oh, whoa, yeah, your virus meter just skyrockets.
Jim also has a special item that is his lucky coin. Flipping it will randomly land heads or tails. Every time the coin lands heads, he gets a 15% boost to his critical hit chance, and this can be done a maximum of 3 times with a maximum of 45% chance of critical hits. But if it lands tails at all, it is reset to 0.
Oh, okay.
In File 2, he was given an additional lucky coin, but with different abilities. It automatically gives the holder 5% boost to critical hit rate and also prevents weapons from being broken. As a bonus, it can be given to partners, and any partner holding that coin also gets the benefits. One of the more useful hidden abilities Jim possesses is his ability to scan for items. When opening the map, Jim is able to see all items in the form of a question mark.
Oh,
It's a unique
interesting.
skill
That's pretty cool.
Really useful for finding items that may be hidden or hard to
Only in
see.
File 2 where he can take damage in
In
one
File
he's
2, Jim was
broken.
given a
Also, it
combo
doesn't matter
swing
how many heads you
Jim will
get. 3
rapidly
heads
swing
is
and do a
just the
combo,
requirement.
but
Oh,
this
okay.
will leave him out of breath for a while afterwards.
I'm scared.
Jim has some great skills, but his stats can drag him down. However, if you play as the NPC character Samuel, he has almost twice the amount of health, can run faster, and can deal more damage to enemies, making him the best Jim type to play as.
Oh, interesting.
Jim has 2 unlockable costumes. First is his basketball outfit, consisting of a jersey, cargo shorts, and of course, sneakers. I tried to find any connection to the name Rogers that's on his jersey, but I know nothing about basketball, so you guys can let me know if that has any significance or not. His
The
second
play dead
unlockable
feature is
outfit a
wild.
cyclist outfit, complete with a lycra suit and helmet. This was an interesting choice because he expresses no interest or experience in cycling or any other physical
It's just
activity.
like, let's give him a cycling outfit.
In the underbelly scenario, Jim's friend and coworker is found dead, leaving a notebook file that only Jim can collect.
Oh,
This
interesting.
file is similar to the research.
I can't get used to working late. I'm actually afraid of the dark. Jim always says that it doesn't make any difference if it's night or day since we're underground.
Researcher's memo in the first Resident Evil game.
But a big ass bug bit me on the back of the neck today while I was inspecting the tunnel. It's swollen and itches like mad. Damn.
Where it documents
That's
him getting
sad.
bitten by a bug and eventually dying, hinting at the fleas that have overtaken the subway.
Interesting.
Jim's secret pair ending in File 1 is with Kevin, where they stay behind and take on Thanatos. What's interesting about this pair ending is that Jim and Kevin don't really seem to have any sort of relationship, positive or negative, with Jim preferring the company of a woman in his final moments.
Damn, this sucks. I have to stay behind so I won't infect others. I get that. But to get stuck here with you, of all people, I don't mean I hate you or nothing. I just would have preferred some fine-looking woman. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, there's no guarantee that they're coming back even if we wait here. How long are you planning on giving them anyway?
Kevin's over this shit.
This is stupid! Man, why are we wasting my time? We're gonna starve to death or end up somebody else's lunch, I'm telling you!
Be quiet. Make yourself hungry.
What? No. No way.
It's more funnier when a George shoots a play dead Jim with the pill shooter. Oh, me and Kevin Player wasted all the ammo.
I am sad to say this is my final video covering Outbreak characters. I saved one of the best characters for last, though.
All right,
because
so
you guys
we'll
have
do a
been
little
asking
bit of a
for this
deeper
for
dive
long
into
time,
Alyssa
and I am
after this,
so happy
so.
to finally be doing this facts video. And joining me today is none other than Susie the Sphere Hunter, who just happens to be a very big fan of this character. So with all that, from literally breaking the game to mispronouncing her name, here are 25 facts about Alyssa Ashcroft.
Alyssa was a journalist for a newspaper called Comet News, but by 1998 had begun working at the Daily Raccoon. It's also worth mentioning that January Van Sant from Resident Evil Resistance also briefly worked for Comet News as an investigative journalist. Alyssa is known for having a very no-nonsense attitude and is extremely focused on whatever she sets her mind to. She is also the strongest and fastest female character out of the 3 Outbreak female protagonists. Alyssa has the special ability to lockpick lockers, drawers, and even some doors. She has 4 different shaped picks to choose from, which are I, S, W, and P, or if you rearrange them, it spells WISP, which is a lot easier to remember. Contrary to popular belief, you don't have to choose the right lockpick to open things.
Is there a way to figure out a way which lockpick actually does open up like certain doors faster, or is it like RNG?
It'll just be significantly faster if you use the correct one. She also can't unlock doors that require keys because obviously she'd become the best character in the game and be able to bypass almost every single puzzle in the game.
There's a way on the Absorb community website. Oh, okay.
Her other skill is
The girl
her
voicing the
Basically, this
video.
makes
She
her
reviews a
dodge
lot of
backwards
horror
when
games.
pop,
Oh, cool.
and thanks
Okay,
to
cool.
its fast animation,
Yeah,
it can be
Sphere Hunter.
used in
Yeah. She does do
unmanageable
a
situations.
lot of horror
Though
games.
timing
I
can
think
be
I've watched a
tricky.
couple of her other videos
Alyssa
too.
has one more hidden ability, which is her pot shot. Just like Kevin, aiming any handgun-type weapon and waiting a moment will make her refocus, and any shot fired after this will guarantee a critical hit. She and Kevin are the only 2 characters that can do this. In File 2, characters were given a unique bonus item to start with. For Alyssa, that item is a stun gun, also known as a taser. This is meant more as a defensive weapon to get enemies away from you. Most players throw it away once all the charges are used up, but
I
you
listened
can
to her do
actually
a lot of
recharge it
RE
if you
lore.
combine it
Yeah.
with a battery. It's also worth mentioning you can hold down the attack button for a continuous stun lock.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that. That's pretty nice, actually.
When Alyssa is an AI-controlled character in single-player mode, unless you're playing as George or David, she will pretty much always run off and do her own thing.
Alyssa! Someone help me!
Dog. AI is kind of shit, actually.
And while
Originally,
usually
Alyssa was going to be able to shoot through enemies, but they couldn't code it in, so they just gave her a weaker variant of Kevin's pop shot. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was curious on why she had like basically the same thing.
Alyssa is one of your AI partners. She actually can unlock things with her lockpick. It's very rare, but if there are no enemies in the room, you can get her to stand in the right spot in front of the lock. There's a very slim chance that she will unlock it. If you want to try this yourself, you can stand next to the locker you want her to open and request an item to get her there. We tried really hard to do this and finally got it to happen in the zoo level, but she was promptly interrupted by the elephant. Resident Evil games have never been known to have glitches that seriously affect the game, but Alyssa changed all of that. If you play as her during the Outbreak scenario, if you use her ad-lib, there's a high chance that the game will completely crash, forcing the player to...
The AI knows kill me every time. Yeah. Them just straight out say like, nope, is like, just like fucked up.
First is her default, which is a stylish red
such a bitch move
with a pair of brown leather boots and her press badge, which if you ever wanted a closer look at is visible in this render. Her second unlockable outfit, dubbed Midnight Collar, consists of a sexy red dress that borders on lingerie and a pair of high heels. Then there's her street scene outfit, comprised of a sporty halter top, track pants, sneakers, sweatbands, and stylish orange sunglasses, along with her hair pulled up into a bun. Her third outfit reveals that she's a skilled fighter, wearing a full karate gi, even having her name
only on online mode for the glitch.
Lastly is her Victory Road outfit, consisting of a white visor and matching halter top and hot pants. We originally assumed this was some kind of marathon running outfit,
813.
but after some Googling, we realized this is a lot closer to the uniforms worn by professional beach volleyball players, which means that Alyssa could potentially be into several different sports, including karate, running, and volleyball. It's also worth mentioning she has the numbers 813 written on her arms. We looked all over the internet for what these numbers could mean, and it brought up everything from I love you, to Bible verses, to a type of Japanese train. So we'll let you guys figure out what these numbers might mean to you. In File 2, Alyssa is voiced by Wendy Lee, who is one of those voice actors that has been in
Faye
so
Valentine.
many things it's hard to list here. But among some of her famous roles are Faye Valentine from
Hey.
Cowboy Bebop, Bulma in Dragon Ball Super, Haruhi Suzumiya, both Akane and Miyu from Danganronpa, and many, many more. There was a big change between actors in File 1 versus File 2, with many of the voices being noticeably different, but one of the weirdest changes was most of the characters going from calling her Alyssa to calling her Elisa, which always personally annoyed me, Susie Hunter.
Alyssa.
Elisa.
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 The only thing we can guess about that is simply that it's the Japanese pronunciation of her name, which is backed up by the SP item Forgotten Gi, which has her name in Japanese written as Arisa. As for why this change was made, you'd have to ask Allison Court.
A bulk of Alyssa's SP items are related to materialistic things like clothes, shoes, and makeup.
Nothing's too good for
She
yours
seems to not only be
truly.
obsessed with looking
Any
good,
sunglasses
but
look
she's
great
also
on
very
me.
confident about being beautiful, as demonstrated
This
by the
is
description
a
for the
sexy
SP
little
item
number, of
Stiletto
course.
Heels, which reads, "These look hard
She
to
just
walk in. That's the
Alyssa
price
always
of
reminded me
wearing
of
your
Chloe
comfort
from
like
Smallville. Oh yeah, I guess so, right?
The other majority of her
She does in a
SP
sense
items are
look like her.
related to dieting and fitness.
She just got
These
out of
include
jail too.
vitamins, a weight loss patch, diet pills, exercise equipment, and more.
What was she in jail for?
Alyssa is very pragmatic and judgmental, often dismissing anything that could be considered nonsense or unimportant to her.
I wonder if those two wafts in the commercial ever even tried these diet pills. A pink pen with a flower design on the clip. Cutesy crap like this makes me want to puke. What the hell?
Items, like the slimming necklace.
A necklace that supposedly makes the wearer lose weight. I swear people believe anything these days.
People will believe anything.
Sex trafficking? Jesus
SP
Christ.
called Vinyl
Oh, the
Wrap,
cult
which
situation.
brings
Yeah.
yourself
I
within
remember
she
now. I
decides she's
remember
gonna
now.
try it out.
Yeah, that whole
The
situation's
rest of her
fucking
SP
wild.
items are an interesting mix, being an assortment of journalism-related items like cameras, pens, and notebooks, while the rest seem to be a mix of as seen on TV type gimmick items, like a patch that you can stick on to remove a double chin and the infamous anti-fart patch. In 1993, when she was still a young rookie reporter, she accompanied another reporter named Kurt.
Now this part is very interesting, and this is definitely going to play into Resident Evil 9, I think.
To an old hospital in the Arklay Mountains to investigate illegal drug testing on patients. This resulted in Kurt being killed and eaten by Dorothy, a woman who had been given an early version of the T-virus. This is all revealed in the flashback scenario, which is her canon scenario. While in the hospital back gate, Alyssa's ad-libs reveal that she suppressed the memory to the point of not being able to remember it at all. Speaking of her memory, I really tried to find information about this, even listening to the ad-libs, but I couldn't confirm it. But since it's listed on the wiki and I've seen a couple dusty GameFAQ forums talking about it, I just thought I'd mention this. Greg Mueller apparently performed a procedure on Alyssa to medically suppress some of her traumatic memories. But there's very little info about it, and it's only hinted at. So I guess he must specialize in neuroscience or amnesia because he did the same thing to Yoko. But regardless, just take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Like, it's not like said to be official, but I'm pretty sure that's... Yeah, we got captured by Greg after the incident. Yeah.
Shows a lot of compassion towards him, which seems to be rare for her. She and Kurt were friends, and possibly more. What do you guys think?
I just think it's fucking sick that, like Funky brought up on Monday with something happening even before Zero, which is what we're talking about this incident. So, like, and it's something that's not really even talked about that often. And I think it's because a lot of people didn't beat Outbreak, so they don't know the story of Alyssa, which also might be a reason why they're bringing Alyssa back in to kind of dive back into, hey, this is literally the beginning of it all. So, very interesting.
Your sacrifice won't be in vain. I'll escape this damn town alive and spread the truth about what happened.
Technically, Alyssa is like the OG, one of the first people who witnessed this shit happening, you know?
Have to navigate through a forest to reach
I mean, through main line, we all think it's like Rebecca or Chris and Jill, but Alyssa? I mean, literally, Kurt was eaten, so...
But if you're
very interested to see how they're going to bring that back up in 9.
To a zombie and stalk you. Not just any ordinary zombie, though.
If they even bring it back up in 9. They just might have Alyssa there just to be there. But it at least makes you dive deeper into... She herself will make people dive deeper back into it. Resident Evil lore.
But all the descriptions seem to trigger some sort of reaction or feeling that she can't explain, along with being able to read her name in Japanese, despite not speaking Japanese. Just for context, the average time for someone to become a black belt is at least 5 years or so. In the Desperate Times scenario, when you talk to Ben as Alyssa, you will get an exclusive dialogue with him where it's very clear that not only do Ben and Alyssa know each other, but they're in competition with each other as reporters. In the adjacent cell are 2 NPCs, Samuel and Nathan, who are being held for robbery. In the flashback scenario, there's a file called Daily Raccoon, which has the news story covering it, written by Alyssa. Given the way they'd interact, you'd assume that Alyssa has a good relationship with Kevin and Yoko, but she actually gets along best with George and David. She also dislikes Jim,
ridiculous.
But given her personality, I guess that would make sense.
I mean, I get it. I picked the wrong person to play with.
In the
She said, "Go to hell."
Has a secret pair ending where they decide to stay behind. For Alyssa, she stays with Yoko, and together they use a laptop to send all the evidence they have before the bombs hit.
Thanks for your help. I totally forgot how to connect to the net.
I feel like we don't say this a lot anymore, like the net. Like, oh, I'm just connected to the net. Oh, you got to connect to the net. Like, nobody says that anymore. I feel like we all say Wi-Fi at this point. Or the internet. But, like, saying the net used to be like a cool thing. But no, I don't remember the last time I heard somebody say, I'm connected to the net.
Sure.
See ya. Again, not
Well,
canon.
Let's assume that all Outbreak characters are alive.
Is she alive?
Alyssa is the only one canonically confirmed to be alive, since we find an article she wrote in Resident Evil 7, which is dated January 19th, 2016. After surviving
Only time we'll
the
see
incident in
Yoko
Raccoon
laughing
City,
because she has
Alyssa went on
that
to be one
pale
of the only
emotion.
Outbreak
Yeah.
characters to continue in her current career field.
You're
Going
connected
on
to
work
dial-up?
at a
You better
newspaper
not be.
called The Dulles Daily in Louisiana, where you can even find
You
one
better
of
get
the
off.
articles
Somebody
in
needs to use the
Resident Evil
telephone.
7, which is the only acknowledgement of Outbreak Capcom has given us. Capcom, please, we are begging you to bring Outbreak back. And there you have it, the final Outbreak character. I'm all out of Outbreak facts. If you're a Resident Evil fan,
Cool.
and you still have never played Outbreak.
Okay, so that was just a lot of facts about the game. We figured out a lot of the friendships, the dislikes, the pros and cons from characters. I just want to kind of give like a better like overview of it, just because again, we'll dive back into this once I finish the mainline series up and I get some time. I just want to go over another video as well, since we're on Outbreak. I want to go over this video, kind of connecting it to 9 with Alyssa. Some of the stuff we already heard about, but I guess we can listen to a little bit more. It's only like a 10-minute long video, so that was a long video. It was an hour long. Please bring Outbreak back, Capcom. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, the other part of me is why, like, I have Code Veronica too, like, to play, but like, I kind of don't want to play it because I have a feeling like it is the biggest rumor right now. Is like Code Veronica is like next on the list, right, for remakes. But I don't know if Alyssa being brought back, they're gonna see this surge of people that also want Outbreak back, and I kind of just want to play it for the first time. Or they're gonna bring out like File 3 or something. Maybe it's like updated to modern controls or something. But yeah. I think I mean, personally for myself, I'm going to play it if I get some time before 9 comes out, but I would like them to, to bring it back, or I don't need to go through, having to go on people's man-made servers, since the normal servers were taken down, and we get a little bit of upgraded, visual for graphics and whatnot. Okay, so this video is only like 10 minutes long. Let's go to talk a little bit more about Alyssa being connected with 9, and then we'll move on from there. So let me switch this.
Resident Evil 9 has been officially revealed, and with that comes the introduction of a new character to the series, Grace Ashcroft, who just so happens to be the daughter of Alyssa Ashcroft, an investigative reporter who was involved in the iconic Raccoon City incident and other major incidents in the Resident Evil series. So to prepare you for Resident Evil 9, I will be covering Alyssa's
I played an arcade game of Code Veronica in Japan. Really? They had an arcade?
In the Arklay Mountains, to her participation in the Raccoon City incident, all the way to her tragic death following her investigation at Brentwood Hotel. So guys, without
yeah, spoiler alert, she does die. I mean, obviously they showed it in the trailer.
further ado, let's get right into it. Alyssa Ashcroft was born in the 1970s and spent her early life growing up in Raccoon City. As she grew older, she eventually pursued a career in journaling and became an investigative reporter. Her first documented investigation began in 1993 with a case that would unknowingly tie her to the Umbrella Corporation for the rest of her life. Alyssa and her colleague Kurt ventured deep into the Arklay Mountains following rumors of corruption at a remote hospital. It turns out that their hunch was right, as unbeknownst to them, the hospital director Albert Lester had begun accepting bribes from Umbrella.
Albert Lester is the doctor's name.
Researcher Greg
Not
Mueller
him.
To illegally
That's Greg
trial his
Mueller.
experimental virus on cancer patients. And during this time, Albert's wife Dorothy was terminally ill and was stationed at the Arklay Hospital. In an act of desperation, Albert agreed to the trials and put his wife on trial in hopes that she may be cured. And much to his surprise, the experiment was initially a success, with both his wife and the other test patient being cured of their cancer. However, this would come at a cost, as shortly after the procedure, the test patient would pass away, and Dorothy would mutate uncontrollably into a zombie that began to roam the halls and inflict chaos to the entire hospital.
You know, it's kind of crazy that they had this, like, this is, to me, this is extremely, like main, like, important to the series, to say, like, this is where the outbreak kind of started, in a sense. Like, not even, I know it's called Outbreak because it's, you know, when the outbreak is happening in the city and everything, but realistically, like, we're talking about before Zero here, and, like, not, I feel like majority of the Resident Evil fans, like, don't even have any sense about this. But to me, I think this is kind of important. So I'm kind of glad they're going back here.
And her partner Kurt would be called in to investigate, completely unaware of the dangers that await them. Shortly after entering into the building, Dorothy grabbed a hold of Kurt and brutally infected and murdered him on the spot. After Alyssa witnessed this tragedy, she would attempt to flee the hospital, but it wouldn't be long after when she was kidnapped by Umbrella researcher Greg Mueller and subjected to a procedure that would suppress her memories of the event in order to cover up the entire incident. Following this tragedy...
Yeah, so that incident happened years and years and years before the mansion incident, like Spencer mansion incident, like anything before Zero. It happened years and years and years before it. And wasn't RE 324 hours before too? Nah, I mean, part of it was, but part of it's also during it's 3 is like in between, like, times with that.
Where she wrote an entire article that reported on the discovery of a man's body found at Ames River in the Arklay Mountains. The article says the following: body washes up on shore of Ames, Alyssa Ashcroft, staff reporter. The body of an unidentified white male has been found in the Ames River in the northwest Arklays. At least a year has passed since the man died, so the body has been impossible to identify. Powerful steroids along with other drugs were found in the body, and police are suspecting foul play. The river has been long used by local pharmaceutical companies as a dumping ground, and links to illegal activities in connection to that have not been ruled out.
Very dope.
Now, unbeknownst to Alyssa, this was the result of the hospital director, Albert Lester, who had gone completely mad after his wife's death and the hospital's collapse, and continued to roam around the Arklay Mountains, carving up anyone who stepped in his path. Alyssa would unfortunately cross paths with him later in her story. However, just before that, something disastrous would take place first. In September of 1998, a deadly virus contaminated the Raccoon City's drinking water, causing a
That's the normal Raccoon City
which would quickly infect
incident.
Alyssa. By the following evening on September 24th, Alyssa was already showing signs of mutation, but even as the infection coursed through her body, she was determined to survive. And in a desperate attempt to escape the city, she made her way towards the surrounding mountains and took shelter into a nearby cabin. During this, she is greeted by Albert Lester. However, with her memories erased, she had completely forgotten about his ties to Umbrella. Albert claimed that he knew a way out of the city and offered to guide her through the mountains, and this ultimately took her back to the hospital as part of Albert's plans. See, over the years, a monster plant that was held in the hospital's basement slowly consumed the building, and Albert came to believe that this plant was actually Dorothy's reincarnation. Because of this, he roamed the mountains for years, killing any animal and human in his path to feed the plant for nourishment. And this is why he lured Alyssa to the hospital, as he had plans to feed her to the plant. Now, during Alyssa's exploration, she began to recall her memories of her investigation with Kurt, and even came to remember his tragic death. It's here that she also discovers the truth about Umbrella and its conspiracy, and becomes more determined than ever to expose the company's corruption. After fending off the insane Albert Lester and defeating the massive plant in the basement, the building begins to collapse, but Alyssa is able to escape just in time and continue her escape of the city. And on October 1st, in the early hours of the morning, she managed to flee just before the city was nuked, though it is uncertain how exactly she escaped. With the use of a special vaccine, the infection was purged from her system before it could fully transform her.
See, now, realistically, I think this is why it's going to play into Victor, who is the main guy from 9, looking for Grace. I feel like because Grace is her daughter, something about her being contaminated now, then getting a virus or an antivirus for it, then giving birth to Grace. Grace's blood has something special that Victor has been looking for.
She emerged not as a victim of
in
the
some
outbreak,
sense,
but as a witness and a threat to the secrets Umbrella tried to bury beneath the rubble of Raccoon City. Following the city's destruction, Alyssa continued what she did best, journaling. Channeling her trauma into truth, she published an expose titled "What is a BOW?", blowing the lid off of this horrifying secret project. In it, she detailed the inner workings of Umbrella's bioweapons program and its role in the massacre of the entire city. Supported by the testimonies of fellow survivors Yoko Suzuki and Linda Baldwin, the article helped ignite the Raccoon Trials, which was a 5-year legal battle that ultimately led to the downfall of Umbrella USA. But even with overwhelming evidence, truth was not so easily accepted. The US government worked swiftly to contain the story, and over time, the events in Raccoon City were dismissed as an urban legend, and bioorganic weapons were labeled as a conspiracy. Despite the cover-up,
Damn,
Alyssa
this is
would
like
continue her investigative
deep
work
diving in.
and would eventually find time to raise a daughter named Grace, who would later follow a path of her own into law enforcement. Even as the world moved on, Alyssa remained on the front lines of uncovering hidden threats, and in 2016, she reported on a series of mysterious disappearances in Dulvey, Louisiana, which was actually tied to the Baker
Resident Evil 7.
Resident Evil 7. Her report states the following. Over 20 missing in 2 years. Captain Howell from State Police told reporters that they have started a search for Helen Midkiff, a college student from North Carolina who was traveling in Louisiana. Mrs. Midkiff hasn't been heard of since the night of the 21st. Reports of missing persons in South Louisiana have increased dramatically in the past 2 years. The majority of those missing are tourists and vagrants. At least 20 people are thought to have gone missing so far. Police suspect foul play and believe there may be a connection between the incidents. Plans are in place to step up local interrogations and increase personnel to further the investigations. Alyssa Ashcroft, January 19th, 2016.
See, I'm like, I probably saw that name before, and it never hit me because I never played Outbreak. But like,
Article published
yeah, realistically,
stood as one of the only public records tied to the biological disaster that unfolded.
It's man, it's just so important. I can't believe things like that fly over my head sometimes. I mean, it probably flies over a lot of people's heads.
Persons were left unacknowledged. Through every cover-up and threat, Alyssa Ashcroft remained defiant, acting as one of the few voices who refused to let the world forget what lurked beneath the surface. Now, following the big
like when you found it, Vertigos, did you know it was like Alyssa Ashcroft from Outbreak, or like did you find that out later on?
Incident, Alyssa Ashcroft's final documented investigation would take place at the Wrenwood Hotel, where she would be tragically murdered and never return. 8 years later, her daughter Grace Ashcroft would be assigned to a case that would be.
Oh, you knew? Okay. See, I didn't know anything about Outbreak, so I didn't know who like Alyssa was at all. So.
Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past.
Grace now seeks to uncover what her mother
Shut the
died
fuck
trying
up.
to expose.
Yeah, you didn't beat it either.
But with that, we conclude the full story of Alyssa Ashcroft in Resident Evil. And if you want to stay up to date with all the latest news and updates with Resident Evil 9, then be sure to subscribe. Also,
like honestly, like if I think this is the end of the video,
let
right?
me know any theories you have.
Yeah. Honestly, if Outbreak, like if Alyssa was not in this, I literally would not be going back to Outbreak. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, there's no reason for me to which is cool because like it got me interested in like playing Outbreak again. But just being honest, like I have no need for Outbreak. Like to me, I thought the story wasn't canon at all either, so I never had like a reason to like even go back to it. I didn't beat this shit, so my ass never would have known. That's what I'm saying. That's why I didn't yeah, I had no idea about any. I mean, I have no idea about anybody in Outbreak until literally this week. Like even Alyssa, like all I knew was she was in Outbreak, and that was it. And I was like, oh, this fucking Outbreak character. And then I did like a little bit of a deeper dive, which this is kind of part of as well. Thing with the Resident Evil story now, I don't know what's canon after 6, since Resident Evil 7 followed a whole new character. No, anything 7, 8, like that's all canon. 6, 7, 8, that's all canon. Then the side games are a little wonky because they're all over the place. But 6 and 7, or 7 and 8 are definitely canon. But yeah, so it got me into like looking more into Outbreak, which is sick. little bit of a deeper dive into the characters, because if we're going into Alyssa, like, what's the chance of, and not only that, but like even some of the other games that we don't possibly know are canon or not, like, are they going to take people from that game and put it in here, right? There's possibility. So my thought process now is, if I see a name and I don't recognize it, well, I'm going to just probably go on YouTube and find out who that person is and then connect dots, probably. Gonna be the first on your channel. I mean, never played a RE game in my life. Dude, really? That's not good. No, it's fine. There are people, dude, there's people at my work that, like, are very, like, big into, like, gaming, and, like, whenever I talk about Resident Evil, they're just like, it's a good game, but, like, I'm not really into it, right? I think it's definitely, some people are gonna like it, some people aren't gonna like it. I think it's made for, like, more, like, I think nowadays it's a little bit lenient more towards everybody, but I know, like, growing up, it was, like, horror, so it's survival horror, right? And that definitely was, like, definitely just a different type of niche of, like, gaming at that time, especially with, like, tank controls and the static backgrounds. Like, some people just aren't really into it. No, it's fine. But I will say, like, give it a shot. Like, if you haven't played it, give it a shot. The connection and the story that has been built up over the past 30 years is just wildly crazy. Not gonna lie, I do want to take a whack at it one day. Yeah, dude, just give it a shot. If you get some time. I mean, I would say definitely start with, like, the newer ones to kind of get your focus on it, because I don't know if you're gonna really like the more, like, the way that it controls for the older ones, but I would say give it, like, 4. You know, they just redid 4, so, like, that's, like, I think a lot of my friends that weren't also into Resident Evil, when 4 came out on the GameCube, that's when a lot of them got into it. Like, some people started on 4, so it's definitely okay to start on, like, you know, especially with 4 being one of the newest releases out. You can go and start with that. Like, it's definitely more modernized today. There are, dude. There's a lot of games, you know. I would say stick to the mainline series, which is literally just 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, like, they're all different in their own ways, right? So you're going to have a good time through. It's not like you're playing, like, part 2 of, you know, some, you know, Gears of War 2, where it's, like, the same, like, thing, the same people are in it. Like, you're gonna have different people that all connect in different ways. It's just, man, it's so good. I will say definitely take a whack at it, dive a little bit, look at some videos on, like, some lore with it, and yeah, dude, it's a great time. Resident Evil Survivor for PS1. Wait, I don't even remember that. I know the game itself, but I do not remember playing that at all. Start him with 6. No, I'm not starting him with 6. Wait till you see the movies. No, don't watch the movies. No, don't watch the movies. The movies are bad. Don't watch the movies. The movie, like, the first Resident Evil movie is okay, but only okay in the sense of it's just an okay movie. It's not, like, good for Resident Evil. Yeah, you can start with Resident Evil 1 Remake, but the issue with that is I don't know if he's going to enjoy, like, modernized controls of that. I think today, modernized with, like, people getting into games, like, third person over the shoulder is probably most comfortable for a lot of people. And it's also a mix of, like, action and horror type of things, where I feel like Resident Evil 1 is literally a straight survival, like, horror game. And I don't know if a lot of people really are into that. But sometimes, like, if I get into a game, like, I will make adjustments of, like, for instance, like Silent Hill 2, right? Love Silent Hill 2. And, like, I have never played Silent Hill 1, right? But even, like, today, like, I'm willing to go back even if the controls are janky, because I'm into the lore enough to go back and, like, bite the bullet and be like, okay, I'm going to fucking tough through it because I want to find out, like, what actually happens in this game. Yeah, fuck the movies. Don't watch the movies. For real, not the only but the amount of games being released aside just Resident Evil. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's just a lot of games out in general right now, dude. And it's only going to get crazier, too. There's actually, like, Code Vein 2 is coming out at the end of the month, and I'm just like, I want to play it at some point, but I just, man, time is rough right now. There's a lot of shit coming out, and it's like, that's why, like, I'm focused mainly on Resident Evil stuff, and it's why I don't do it every single day of my week, because I gotta have some side time to play some other shit. Resident Evil 2 Remake would be... Oh, yeah, Resident Evil 2 Remake, you could do that, too. Resident Evil 2 Remake, yeah, both of you guys just said that. I'm reading from both chats, from Twitch and YouTube right now. But yeah, Resident Evil 2 is a good one to start with. Resident Evil doesn't have third person, over the shoulder type. There's fixed cameras, but it's still got stuff. Yeah, it is, but the way it's played is definitely not, I would say, not more in the sense of what most games are being played with today, especially if you're not very into survival horror. Dude, I literally got into it with someone at work about these dumbass movies. The OG games for PS1 might turn off new players. Yeah, it's a possibility. That's what I was saying, too. Only us old folks can stand it. I think so. I think you need to have, like, a little bit of a... I mean, again, like, it depends. It depends. Like, you could try out, you know? You could see if you enjoy it or not, but I would say, like, Resident Evil 2, if you don't enjoy it... Okay, let's just say this. You could try the old ones out. If you don't enjoy it, you should definitely check out the modernized, like, Resident Evil 2 remakes and stuff. Also, yeah, I just think it's just a little bit more up-to-date with today. The movies I don't want to talk about, man. I feel like I should do a whole entire fucking separate stream about the movies because of how mad them movies have made me. But I will say, I think when Resident Evil 7 was coming out, I did a marathon of all the movies with, what's her name? The one main chick in the normal... Not the new movies, but the old set of movies. The ones where they had like fucking 5 or 6 of them made. Mila, whatever her name is. I binge watched like all 5 or 6 in a fucking row just to be like, all right, let me just get these out of the way. Like, love Resident Evil. Don't know how bad these are going to be, but let's just knock them all out. I saw like 1, 2, and maybe 3 in the theaters, and then I gave up. Yeah, Mila. Yeah. And then I gave up. So I was missing a couple other movies, but I was like, yo, I'll just go back and I'll watch these movies. And yeah, they're terrible. They're terrible, and they are not good. Didn't they make a Monster Hunter movie too? The same director went and made a Monster Hunter movie with her as well, because he's obviously her wife, or his wife. But yeah, they made a Monster Hunter movie too, right? How was that? Because I didn't fucking see that either. The tension of the old games are great, though. The remakes don't scare me as much. I mean, I'm going to be honest. Most Resident Evil games didn't really scare me as much. We don't talk about the Monster Hunter movie. Yeah. Okay, so I'm assuming it was bad. I mean, I was not going to waste my money on it because it looked horrible. So... But yeah, yeah, the movies are pretty trash. And I'm going to be honest, like, the Welcome to Raccoon City looked like it had such good potential, and then when it came out, okay, giving like fans what they want in visual aspect of it, I thought Welcome to Raccoon City did good in that aspect. The movie itself was just not there. I think it's very hard for somebody to make and then the new movie's being made right now as well. And I'm curious on how that's gonna go. The Netflix adaptation on fucking Resident Evil. If they didn't call that show Resident Evil, I probably would have been like, it's all right. But because they called it Resident Evil, and because they took people like Albert Wesker, and it was just not it. Yeah, they should have just never called it Resident Evil. Let's just say that. I told them the movies are literally a simp director making his wife OP and shitting on the OG characters. Yeah. That's basically what it is. Fucking dude. so upset about the movies. And the worst part is, dog, they were getting bad reviews. Nobody liked them, and he just kept making them. And then he switched over to Monster Hunter. Like, his goal in life was probably to ruin all video game movies. He's gonna fucking keep going down the fucking list. This is the same thing, exact thing about the show. Yeah. Like, I didn't mind the show too much. I was just more pissed that, like, you branched off of a name that had nothing to really do with the show. Like, you could have just called Umbrella another pharmaceutical company, and you didn't need to use Albert Wesker. Oh my God. And then the whole, like, multiple Albert Wesker situation was just so bad to me. I just did not like it at all. It's weird when you see Alice and Jill fighting to be Jill on screen. Yeah. Dude, I don't know he had the budget to keep making movies. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know how the guy kept having a budget to continue pushing that shit out. It's low-key weird. Let's put this on. Producers were like, okay, you're good to keep making it. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I have no idea why you continued to make them. Why people... I'm going to be honest. There wasn't one person I saw that was like, dog, Resident Evil movie? Fucking fire. Like, there wasn't one person I talked to. And I mean people even outside of Resident Evil. Like, the fans were pissed off. But even people outside of Resident Evil didn't even like it. So what the... How did you have that much money? God. I don't want to talk about it. Now I'm just going to get heated up. Just getting pissed off over movies. I know. That's why I don't like talking about them. It's like and then went downhill after that. Wait, the first one was okay. Yeah, the first one was okay, but the first one was okay because, like, you have potential to go in different directions, right? And, like, okay, so we had, like, the liquor in it, right? And then you had, like, Alice in it, right? And you're like, okay, Alice is a new character. Resident Evil does, like, new character stuff from time to time. So we have a little bit of a leadway. After that, dude, nah, there's no helping it. Like, I get action sequences, but when I'm watching somebody who's supposed to be a normal human, okay, well, I guess, like, with a virus in them to make them a little bit superpowered, but when they crash through a fucking church window with 2 shotguns, or I forget what she had in her fucking hand, fucking with the motorcycle, doing a backflip off of it, we're getting into very bad territory at that part. And that was in fucking 2, right? Or was that 3? Now, the one thing I will say, in 2 or 3, they brought in Nemesis, which he looked fucking cool. They brought in, yeah, I think that was the movie that had Jill in it. I do like the outfits. Visually, I like that stuff of the movie. But other than that, it's a lot of cringe stuff happening in there that I wasn't okay with. Technically, nobody was okay with. And she jumped so high. Yeah, it's all, oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, yeah. Well, okay. I'll say this. I know it's some random dude, but at least they linked, like, a character from the first movie into, like, the next movie, right? So they give you, like, a little bit of a story behind it in a sense. And I'm like, okay. It sucks, but it's not the worst. You're at least, like, trying to do something here, right? You're trying to make your own, like, little connection with Resident Evil. You don't want to do the entire fucking story. I get it. You don't want to be the copy of it. Cool. But everything around it, yeah, it's trash. You can tell she was on cables. Oh, hell yeah, she had to be on cables. Yeah. The Nemesis, yeah, it was her friend. Yeah, I know. I know, guys, I can fucking sit here and discuss about that bullshit for a very long time. It wouldn't be discussing, it'd just be me venting about it. That's why the movies are just not. No. But they made Nemesis link with Alice, not Jill. I don't even want to talk about that. That's not even... I don't know. No, because even with that is fucking whack. Like, even if it was Jill, it would have been whack. I don't want to talk about that shit. Jesus Christ. So 2 Jills on screen just fucks it up. I know. Okay, I'm going to get out of here for today. I'm just going to keep getting pissed off. But no, I got to go to work anyways. Tomorrow, you what? Okay. So I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to basically do almost the same thing. Tomorrow will be like a shorter stream as well. I'm taking this week to kind of take a break from like gaming all week. Actually, today I even played Outbreak and it made my blood boil with the AI. Tomorrow, Code Veronica recap. Almost like the same thing. We'll go through a video. We'll talk about Code Veronica a little bit. Talk about some fun stuff that Code Veronica had around the time. And then I'm hoping... So it's supposed to be a huge fucking snowstorm around Philadelphia this weekend. So everyone's getting fucking shut in. I'm hoping Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to go through Resident Evil 4, knock it out. So then all we got left is 5, 6, 7, 8, which gives me plenty of time. Complain about them moving. So it gives me plenty of time to kind of finish off everything else. We get some extra time in there. But yeah. So tomorrow, I'll be back same time, 10 a.m. To do Code Veronica follow-up. And then the weekend, we'll be back to normal gaming stuff. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we'll all be back to gaming. I'm only doing this week to cover these because I don't know if they're going to be necessary. I just want it here to kind of recap on myself and to you guys to kind of get caught up before we actually do get into 9 when it does release next month. So other than that, if you guys aren't subscribed, you're new to the channel, subscribe. You just press a button. It's very easy. I'll be back tomorrow again. I'm usually here Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. Weekends, whenever I can. Other than that, you guys have been great. Have a good day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Oh, I can't click that button anymore. I usually have a button I click that like ends, like puts an ending up, but I can't do it anymore. So, okay, see you guys later. Bye.